Hello and welcome back to the TPK channel. Today we have the 33rd episode of the TPK D&D campaign. As usual, before we get started on anything else, let's go around and introduce ourselves. Let's start with, not today, it would, and I've completely forgotten the order of people again. It's been so long since we've done it. Oscar, can you introduce yourself for me, please?
Hi everyone, my name's Oscar, and I've been playing Fuglebottom, who is the 2-foot gnome with a sling. And I believe it's my turn for the 20 prediction today, I think.
Yeah, it is. Last time it was Sufi, so I'm sure you'll get that set up, and then people can get started on that. We'll see to predict if he gets an actual 20 or not. Go and gamble, and I'll talk about that more in a second. Mara, who are you, and who are you playing? Perfect. And Aiden.
Hi, I'm Aiden. I'm playing Asta, the stormy cleric.
Love it. And last but not least, Sam.
Hello, I'm Sam. I play Trix, who is kind of me, but in video game form. Really short, slight temper, little bit weird. You know, all the things that make me great.
Yeah, Trix might be a bit taller than you, actually. It's true.
Wow.
We'll have to get a clip up or in chat for people at some point of her standing next to Bardolph, James Bardolph, who's a fellow commentator in Counter-Strike. It's hilarious. He is also a giant, but she is under like half his size. All right, cool, perfect. Luke will be joining us at about halfway, so we'll see him when he's back. Spoiler, which I completely forgot about, is you can see his art on camera. Nearly everyone has art now. So last person is going to be obviously Puck, but this is in process.
This has to be fashionably late or something.
Exactly, yeah. I was going to make a wizard comment there, but he's not a wizard. Just a bloody
He's
monk.
French. Fashionably late.
Oh. Yeah, right.
I guess.
I thought he took. I mean, that green screen is really good. Fair play, mate. Fair play. Also, my name is Tom Pickering. I'm the game master for today's session and this campaign. We'll be taking a 20-minute break, 20-minute break halfway through, as per usual. So the session's about 4 hours and 20 minutes long. Finishing BST. Are we still? Yeah, we're still in BST in this time zone for another few weeks or week or something. So we'll be finishing at about 20 past 11 UK time, or if you're French, it'll be almost 12:30. And if you're over in Safa, same time. Is that right?
French. Yeah.
For now, for another couple of weeks, and then it'll be 20 past 1, which is insane. Anyway, we have a prediction in chat up to see if Oscar will roll a natural 20 or not. If he does, you win. If you don't, you lose. That's not correct. If you get it right or not, you'll get points. Anyway, let's roll a d20 in chat to see who gets the point of inspiration. As Luke is not here, he doesn't get to roll. So, all the better for all you guys. So roll a 20 and let's see who gets the highest roll.
Oh dear.
It's not looking good.
Damn, guys.
I'll take it.
I just,
10
just
for 20, good trade.
Just because I'm interested to see what I would roll. There you go. But nonetheless, Sam or Trix, you have a point of inspiration for the day, and I have a point of inspiration, which is what we do each time. Before I go into the recap, is there anything anyone wants to bring up or talk about? Cool.
I think it was just Tom wanting to explain them or something. Yeah.
Well, it was a reminder and to talk about them. So yeah, I'll talk about whimsy tokens sort of briefly on this front. So let me actually just see if I have my document up for these. Yeah, I do. Cool. So whimsical tokens are essentially a replacement on the spread, like on character sheets and stuff, like for what is the coinage that people don't use in D&D? It's called
Electrum.
Electrum. Yeah, so we don't have Electrum in this, and on all the character sheets, there's a thing called WT, which stands for Whimsy or Whimsical Token, and these are tokens that you can only find through adventuring. So if you're looting, like, say, a ruin or a cave or something, there's a chance that you'll find some whimsical tokens, and then in exchange for those, you may find a magical shop that will appear to you at a point. I roll some dice every so often to see if they appear or not. These are like proper magical shops. They have a whole load of different shit. There's been one example so far on the stream. That's it so far. It's not meant to be easy to get. They're meant to encourage, different style of play, a different way of being able to get magical items instead of having like every single town or whatever having a purely high level magical shop. Instead, we might get junk shops where you get some random pieces of shit or get a good deal on some items, but you're not going to go there and buy like a legendary weapon or a very rare weapon and stuff for the most part. Anyway, it's another aspect on here, and so as long as you have at least one whimsical token in the party, I will be doing. I do rolls every so often to see if the door will appear. It does, and you go through it. You can then try and purchase some items. And then you have to leave. And as we found out from last time, is that unless you spend one whimsical token to leave, you'll then be teleported within a random radius of where you came into it. So you have to keep that in mind. And I didn't tell them ahead of time. They had to find that out after an item was purchased. So this time you've got a little bit of forefront, as there's only one person here right now who was there for that. It was Hal. Originally who bought the item. Anyway, yes, so you guys have some whimsical tokens. I think there's 2 of you that have them so far. That's actually a good point, Puck. I don't think I actually got you to roll for this. There was a chance that you would have had some to start with. Can you roll 2d100? So 2 d100s. Okay, 66 and 67. That is kind of nuts. All right. So,
God damn it. There we go. You should be able to hear me now. Yeah. Thank you, Skeksis Beaupre. Yeah.
perfect.
Sorry about that.
So you find, or have found in the past, some tokens. So let me just roll for this. Oh, that's bad. You've found 2 whimsical tokens so far. You can add to your sheet.
Why is it bad though? I used to have 0.
That's true. Yeah. Well, it's bad because I rolled 2d4 and rolled 1s on both of them.
Are we allowed to know? Like, I imagine they don't hold the same value as gold. So, what would the ratio of token to magical item ballpark?
It's like a rough kind of estimation, like, and it's not like an exact science on it.
Sure.
But let me find so for example, like a common item might be 5 tokens.
Okay.
An uncommon item might be 15 tokens, and a rare item would be 25, and so on and so forth. There are deals that could potentially be made. Like Hal made a deal where essentially his shield of perception, whatever it's called, the shield that gives you like advantage on all perception checks and what have you, he essentially got that, but it took up, instead of 1 slot, attunement slot, it took up 2 attunement slots. As part of like the trade-off, and that he had to bring something back to unlock the other slot and like make it so it only took up 1 achievement slot. And so there might be some deals and stuff you can do. The people who are behind these shops are like mysterious entities. Like the last individual the group met was a guy called Alondo. I think his name was, and he was essentially like almost made up of night sky, like very sort of like weird and conceptual in the way he sort of was made, and that shop was like pretty extensive, but that doesn't mean that you always come across the same shop. Yeah. Anyway, any other questions around this? Cool. That is whimsy tokens, and you can always be like, "Hey Tom, did I find any whimsy tokens?" If you're like adventure or anything, and this like even if you've just like gone into a cave, killed a troll, and be like, "Hey, I've looted this place," or even if you've just looted the body, just be like, "Hey, did we find any tokens?" Call me out on it, because
you after every session. Gotcha.
it would have to be during the looting phase, but yeah, make sure to just ask, because like these will be like, if you can get loads of these, like you'll be fucking quids in if you can then go to these shops. Yeah, it's probably going to be the easiest way to purchase items in a way. Anyway, moving on. Good to get that out of the way. We obviously had a few other questions on here, but they can happen during the session. Let's do the recap here. So, I feel like a change. Nothing special, just this. Last session, we saw the group make their way from the Traveler's Ring, having delivered the goods for the FTC. And they can pick up the rest of their payment from Brookside if they get there eventually. Journey south was rather smooth to the Witherwind crossing, where they waited and boarded a ferry to cross the Witherwind River that spans a great distance for a river in our concept of what we'd think. But it's not abnormal for a river, or for people within this area to be like, okay, yeah, that's Witherwind River. It's fucking giant, like humongous.
Tom, maybe switch to the map to show while you do this.
Oh, that is a good shout. Where was it? That's a good point. I was on it, hadn't activated it. There we go. Let me just check as well. I should be following my camera. There we go. Yeah, so this is the Witherwind River. But yes, it's not abnormal for those who have been around. In other parts of the world, it may be like, it's a giant fucking river. But, this is where everyone's at. And it's a magical world. About halfway across the river, the water darkened with the bodies of enlarged fish, sturgeons, I think I'd said, which sprung out of the water, knocking the absolute living fuck out of the captain, knocking her on cold. And captain of a ferry is a big name for a small job in a lot of ways, I guess, but it's technically true. Leaving the ferry in utter chaos, but the group successfully pulled everyone together, or almost everyone. Figure was busy shadow boxing off to the side, eventually diving into the water, attempting to try and escape from his own shadow. And when coming onto the ferry, he was left alone by his now inanimate shadow. The ferry eventually landed on the other side. And I should just mention that there was a few natural 20s in there, some crazy rolls, which meant there was a fantastic sort of success from everyone, and I learned a bit in regards to how to do a few bits and such, because we're trying to be a little bit more narrative on that boat ride. It was quite cool from my perspective. Anyway, the group carried on, making their way down the road towards the weird water rest. But before they got there, they stopped off at a rest point with a bunch of other people, in which there were a couple of refugees, in particular 2 that were making their way towards the ferry point, the crossing point, who had been workers at a hamlet that had got crushed by a giant boulder, essentially part of the mountain that had just squashed and killed the owners and some of their livestock. And one of the individuals being highly emotional and unstable in a lot of ways, and Puck just being unable to properly deal with some of the elements and lighter touches of it. It was quite amusing. Highly recommend going back and watching it at points. But carrying on, after having learned a few bits about it, a few more bits of information and such, the group carried on, and along the road, Figglebottom noticed sticking out of a tree a finely made dagger stuck into a folded piece of parchment, which Sufi and Puck had wandered over through some nettles and trees and such to find. And it had the initials or letters on it, T.O, painted in black on it. No footsteps, no footprints rather, or any sign or broken twigs, anything anywhere around the immediate vicinity. As to how it got there, could have been, from the tree line. Someone could have been flying. Who knows? Maybe they threw the dagger in the piece of paper. It's a mystery.
I remember rolling a natural 20, and the only thing I learned was that the person who did this was very good at hiding the trail.
Yeah, I think it was like a total of like a 24, 25 or something. I think from you, something crazy. And it was like, yeah, even with like such a high roll, like you can determine like from the area, like this person, like that's kind of fucking scary. Like what the fuck? But you carried on, and I think it was Figler again who happened to come across a hidden compartment beneath the driver's seat of the car or carriage you guys had been riding along, and within it was a gift and a letter to Asta from Soren. What seems to be a small puzzle box and a letter of kind of a final goodbye, but also a reminder of times they've had. And eventually making their way towards the weird water rest. As they got closer, Asta sort of staring out towards the inn itself, which is a carriage style inn where multiple carriages and carts can be stored beneath it, and the actual main compartment of the inn is sort of set above it, which you can sort of access through some stairs. And it's a fairly tall building, about like 4, maybe 5 floors, quite wide in its set as well. Very stable and strong looking, but beneath it is very much like a storage area for carts and such that are being delivered or ridden along this main road. It's quite nice, along with a path out to a jetty that extends across the gigantic brackish bay, in which Sea Haven is far, far on the other side. Who knows what lurks beneath the depths? The last time the party were on those waters, they were fighting a sharktopus. And with the inn ahead of them, Asta is lost in thought, staring at it, remembering and being reminded of old sort of memories of having been here and spent a decent amount of time at this inn. And that's where we had ended our session. Do you guys think I missed anything? Any important points that you guys want to bring up for context before we get into the session?
The only thing is, Sufi did not actually show us the dagger, so we don't know much about it. He only showed us the note, and not the fact that the dagger was like engraved with a sapphire thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sapphire on the hilt of it, if I remember correctly.
And I guess the compartment was there was like a Russian doll. There was a secret compartment within the secret compartment, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. There's the initial part, which is like hidden within itself and like lockable and like a safe box, but then beneath it is like got the floor, like the false floor in it, which I think actually Puck ended up coming across initially.
Yeah, I found it by dumping my shit in it, and it sounded hollow.
Yes. That was
Did we put anything in it in the end?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I like that. And so, just in all intents and purposes, if you are going to look like potentially enter a place where you're going to get searched, that could be a good place to utilize in the future. So, note it down, keep it in the back of your minds, and we'll go from there. All right. Asta, just out of interest, whilst like if we look at the scene as we zoom down, like sort of over top, we're looking at this car and the individuals. Who is, so the question I guess to the whole party, who is in the cart, who is walking alongside it, or is everyone inside the cart?
We traveling again now?
You're probably like 5-10 minutes away from the weird water inn.
Okay, I'll be driving the cart naturally.
I think I was sat. I don't know. I was sat near Figgle.
Okay, up front. I think Trix, you probably would have been in the back, getting a lift.
Yeah, I mean,
Or...
if anyone else was walking, then I would have been walking. But if everyone's in the cart, then I'd be in the cart.
You're muted.
Presumably in the
Asta.
what? Oh.
Yeah, no.
Asta.
I feel like Asta would be walking behind, kind of keeping an eye on the road behind us.
Okay. Cool. Awesome. So we'll now jump back into the sea. I lost my music. That's not why. Oh well, we will click on this and hope it'll do. So, as Asta, you have gone back to sort of observing and looking around. You catch a glimpse again towards the inn, in which you get lost in thought, staring at it and sort of moving your view over towards the bay off towards your west, essentially, in which your mind flies and goes back in time in your mind as you look across this water where, almost like directly across towards Sea Haven, there's a place in which you'd been previously. We're going to jump into a camera view as we fly across this water. Rain starts pouring down, thunder, distant lightning. We swoop on over a dense forest. Foliage everywhere, and the sound of rain drumming against the leaves above and dripping down, and the groaning and almost just exerted sort of sounds coming from this fairly tall, stocky individual swinging a sword, just chopping down leaves and twigs to try and make his way through this forest. As we see Asta making his way forward, with a light blue glow rather, emanating from one of his eyes, uncovered at this point. And as this individual cuts through these trees, we see ahead of us this ruin of sorts. A stone temple building covered in moss and foliage, sort of covering half of it, and it's almost at an angle, half sunken into the floor around it. There's two very large, almost like just slabs of like a double door setup of black stone etched with some kind of carving, but it's hard to make out beneath the moss and what have you ahead of you. What is it Asta would have done in this moment as you break through this line?
Oh, fuck me, that's... What are you bringing me to?
Sound of
just
in the distance.
Just kind of take a stock of the situation around him, and like, so did he break through kind of into a clearing almost with that?
Yeah, like a very small clearing,
Yeah.
just like in front of this door.
I feel like he would try to get close to one of the doors and kind of scrape away some of the moss, and just kind of look at the stone.
As you go to scrape away some of the moss, there is a big thunderous sound, almost as if something's moving, and then as either door shifts backwards, pushing and splitting, breaking away from a vine, snapping as the doors move inwards and to either side. And ahead of you is a pitch black room. Only like the faintest of light from the moonlight sky around you, as it is night at this point, sort of illuminates the initial entryway, but deeper in is just pitch black. What is it Asta would have done in this moment?
Well, I'm assuming because it's night, he would have been walking with a torch and sword. So sword to get through, and then torch kind of it just in the night. So just kind of lead it forward with the torch in front of him.
Yeah, we'll say as you went to like scrape away, you'd laid the torch down just next to the doors, and so you lean back, pick up the torch, and put it in front of you and wave it around. The sound of the flame reacting to the air around it, the and lights of emanating around you in front of you, and it seems like a very small room, like 20 feet wide and probably like 40 wide, like straight ahead of you is like about 20 feet away. You see, seems to be a gigantic art piece, a mosaic art piece made up of white tiles, blue tiles, some black and darker tiles as well, some yellow ones. It's a fairly large art piece, and as you stare at it, you realize, oh wow, it's a depiction of a monster of some sort.
Can I kind of get closer to it and see if I like recognize or try and place that monster in kind of my understanding?
I'd say your mind in the moment would have been connecting towards like, oh, maybe this is potentially, but it just stops as you look across and see like this face. There's definitely something familiar about it, but it's the fact that it's got one eye and then the other one is seemingly missing. This is like 5 foot above your head at this point. There's a part of this gigantic head, one of the eyes is missing, and you recognize it as some kind of monster or beast or what have you. You're making out the giant wings, but like you see a familiar looking eye in its left socket.
Interesting. Just kind of reaches up to his own left eye and just kind of traces the scar.
There is a hum as you move your hand closer towards your eye. Do you take it out?
Yeah. I think kind of reach in.
And do you? What do you do with the eye? Sorry.
Just kind of hold it out in front of me, like look up, because it's still like high above me, right?
Yeah.
Just look up and like just kind of lift it up. Not
As
trying to
you
place it in the slot, but just holding it up at the.
as you lift this eye upwards towards the face, before you even fully outstretch your arm, there is a reaction. And there is an even bigger reverberation and crashing of thunder in the distance as well. And there's like a flash of color into this room, briefly lighting up the entire room. But the sound and feeling, you kind of shuddered for a moment as this giant wall in front of you shifts back and then shifting down into the ground. And ahead of you is a staircase that heads down. And what was Asta's reaction in this moment?
This is old. You're old. I think so. He still has the eye, right?
Yep.
I think he would kind of use it as a torch instead. So he would leave the torch behind and then just walk forward with the eye, like kind of lighting the way.
So as you step towards this entrance downwards, there's just a complete change in environment. In regards, there's no moss, there's no leaves, there's no dust. And it's not black stone, it's not rock, it's rock of sort. It looks like marble, it's bright white, clean, almost surgical in nature as you step forward, and the tiles, the curvature of them and shape of them is abnormal to what you've seen before. And you're no stranger to steps or stairs. You've stepped on thousands, hundreds of thousands in your time, perhaps. And the environment itself, the sconces that hold what seem to be torches of some sort down below, and as you hold out this light that builds up stronger, giving out a light blue hue, you step forward and downwards. First two sconces just flicker into light with a very familiar light blue hue. They light up the way down. That is slowly more lights as you step further down. And that is where we're then going to zoom back out as you step into an alien environment almost. And you zoom back across this giant set of water. So we've gone past the island village within the center of it, back into this moment where you're standing there looking, lost in the moment in which that is the last thing you remember. You haven't really had that level of depth and thought about it until this moment. And as you start to ponder and think on it, there is a crack of thunder in the distance, and then rain just starts tipping down around you, and it is pouring down on you. What is everyone doing?
I'm gonna scramble onto the cart and pull some top over my head. I've got all that
Bottom,
material that I bought. So I'm just gonna...
Bottom activates his travel-sized parasol.
I think Puck is just kind of resigned. He's soaked through anyway, and he's like, oh well. And you know, like wet hair, and he's like kind of looking like a wet cat, kind of dejected, accepting.
Sophie just jumps in the back of the cart, and you make your way towards the Weird Water Rest Inn. Hang on, actually. Let me just double check on something. Oh, I can find it here. This, do this. Sorry, just remind me. So no one was initially in the back of the cart, and did Trix jump in the back of the cart there?
Yeah, I just jumped in the back now, yeah.
And Sufi did, I guess, as well. Unless he was already in there, but...
We'll see. Okay. Interesting. So, Trix, as you jump into the back of the cart, you hear a whirring sound. Like, what is your initial reaction here?
I'm assuming it's got to be fairly near to me if I can hear it over the sound of the water or the rain. So I'm gonna look for it. I'm gonna be like, what? Start like looking around to see what the fuck is whirring.
You open up one of the like canvas bags or something that is in there that it sounds like it's coming from. I mean, you go to open it up, and there is just light sort of pouring out of this.
What the fuck?
Do you open it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna open it. Like what?
There is what seems to be the shape of the memory core that is lit up.
I want to grab it. Be like, what? See if I can. Almost like a snow globe. Like what? Like what? Can I see what? The fuck?
You grab hold of it, and it is incredibly hot, or it's getting hotter.
Okay.
And hotter.
Drop it back in the bag. The fuck?
Everything all right back here?
Start closing the bag. Memory core's being weird. We could probably handle that later once we're out of the rain, right?
Put it out in the rain. Might break it, stop it, whatever.
Why would that stop it?
I don't know.
Does it seem to be affecting the bag at all? Like, is the bag like burning or something?
No. The
Ah,
sound is
it's
getting more
fine.
intense.
Oh, fuck me. All right. Is anybody experiencing a memory right now?
How loud is that?
You can all hear some form of ringing now that is seemingly unnatural and different, emanating from the cart here.
Seriously, memory? Anybody?
That might be my fault. Kind of sticks his
I'm
head
gonna-
in the cart.
I'm gonna take it and fucking. Okay, if your head is in the cart, I'm gonna pass it over. If you were far away, I would have lobbed it.
What was that? Sorry, Sam.
I was if he was far away, I would have tossed the core at him. But if he's coming to check, then I'll just kind of like, it's like, here you go, see what happens.
As you chuck it towards him, as you're like standing out of the cart there, Asta.
Yeah.
As it gets thrown through the air, each of the bronze plates that makes up its body, or not each of them, a few of them open up, just, and then it starts spinning, like continues spinning, and then it's hovering in place. And there seems to be within it a green crystal. Yeah, a green crystal that is emanating some light, as it were, which then shines brighter. And the thin lines of light etched across its body is like even more brighter than it was. And as it's spinning in place, there seems to be almost like two iridescent green eyes that pop up above it, which don't move with it, but its body is moving in space,
Wow.
in place.
This is not ominous at all.
What
What did you
Move
do?
at the back part.
What the fuck did you do? No, but it's opening up like outside, right? Because he picked
Yeah,
it up. So it's outside.
I mean, you're continuing on moving, and this is flowing out the back towards Asta, and so he's just standing there as you guys are trotting
Hang
on.
Okay,
on.
but Asta's at. Okay, I stopped the cart.
Mhm.
You stop the car.
What's going on?
Yeah.
It's wet.
Yeah.
You turn around.
So is
and
it just
see,
hovering in the air right now?
Yeah, it's hovering in the
Yeah.
air, as it's seemingly like another flap, almost like unfurls and like goes upwards. Which is essentially, it seems like it's moving them in motion to sort of hover in some form, magic. And it still seems to be perhaps setting itself up. What is everyone doing? What is Pugs?
I'm.
Uh,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say a duck for cover.
I literally do the opposite, bro. Like, so if it looks like it's got eyes, I'm gonna like try and get a little bit closer and be like, "What are you?"
And I just jump behind the cart like, no!
You'll hear this voice even past the rain, almost as clear as day. I am ARC-9, Memory Retrieval and Research Assistant. What is it you wish for me to research for you at the archives?
What are the
Can you-
stonebound?
Oh, sorry.
Is that your research purpose?
I'm like looking at everyone else to see if anybody has a problem with my question.
Yes
That
or
is
no?
yes.
I will return to your general location once research is done. And then it just collapses into a green spark and gone.
What the fuck?
What did you do?
Sorry,
couldn't,
Mara, every now
couldn't
and- you
understand you
sound
there,
like
mate.
underwater.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, I think if I'm not directly above the mic, the thing is not great.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
much better, yeah.
What did you do? So what was
So-
that?
that was the memory core. Like, I was sitting in the cart, and then, I wasn't sitting in the cart. I jumped in the cart because it was raining, and then
I keep
I heard
moving
this-
now. As you say, because of the rain.
Okay, anyway, I'd like take my top and I put it over Figgle's shoulders as I'm explaining. Here you go, buddy. Anyways, so I jumped in the cart and I hid under the thing, and then I heard this like zzz, and I was like, what the fuck? And I opened the bag, and the memory core was lit, and I picked it up and it was hot, and I tried to put it away, and then it got worse, and then I got a little bit nervous, and then Aston said he had a memory, so I threw it at him, and suddenly there was a dude thing.
Yeah, we heard the voice.
Yeah.
Where is he? I
don't
could
know.
not see. I was behind the cart.
I don't know. I
What
know
do
about
you
as much
mean?
as you do. He was like,
It-
he said it was a research thing, and then he was like, what do you want to know? And I said, tell me about the stone bound, and then he was like, okay, and then he disappeared.
Why did you ask about the stone bound?
I said, who are they? I don't know. I don't know what's gonna. I don't know what this thing is. I don't know if they're parameters. I don't know.
Okay, calm down. You look shaken. I was expecting it to explode, so I'm pleasantly surprised by this turn of event.
You were the one expecting it to explode, but I'm shaken.
Yeah, no, but I mean, it did not explode, so everything's alright. Also, out of it, Tom, you said ARC-9?
I said ARC-9. I'll type it.
Oh,
Yeah,
ARC-9, okay. Like Archive 9, okay. Oh, yeah, okay, thank you. And we all heard the thing speak, right? It was loud
Yes.
and clear. Okay,
Yep.
so the thing mentioned in archive, right?
Or yeah, like a
Yeah.
library or an archive. Yeah.
Yeah, so congrats, I think you found like a library assistant.
Wasn't Triggle? Wasn't
Yeah.
wasn't this dwarven?
Anything that's crazy's dwarven. That's probably definitely dwarven.
So we might have access to a dwarven archive.
Sounds like it. You know, we're carrying a lot of expensive shit. We should be careful.
Hmm.
We never knew
I
it
mean-
could do that.
What do you mean expensive?
Dwarven artifacts are the most expensive thing there is, isn't it?
Yeah, but why are we keeping it instead of selling if it's expensive?
I don't know. Do what you want.
Well, it might be useful.
I mean, yeah,
Can
that might
sell-
help us significantly.
Yeah. We'll
I mean,
think
if
of
we
the
ha-
stonebound thing as like a trial run, and if it comes back with something good, maybe we can use this for other stuff.
Yeah. Do we have any idea of like the life, like the life expectancy of a dwarf? Because maybe the dwarves like live 2,000 years and it will come back in 20 years.
Dwarves live a long fucking time. There is like a lot of mystery around their life, but like you would have heard. Like I can give you base information, but if you want more specific, anyone can roll a history check.
Don't they still exist? But like, we're not to
Yes.
fuck with them because they're like
Yeah.
significantly technology advanced. Like
They're,
if Sea
there
Haven
are-
was to start a beef, they would be destroyed in seconds.
they're a world power that is essentially, if you think of almost like Switzerland, in a lot of ways. But more so the fact that they will, really fuck your day.
We say a history check.
Switzerland. with
Yeah,
the
or
nuclear
if you have
weapon.
another role that you think could be equivalent, let me know why and what.
I don't think I'm even rolling. Like Puck has never taken any interest in that, so don't think it would make sense.
I'll do
Okay.
a history.
I mean, it could just be your general like day-to-day knowledge. I mean, I'll then
Sure.
but
Great roll.
I think Figgle only knows what
Yeah.
fucking
Okay, great.
Vladimir or whatever that creepy ass scientist was called. What he told him.
I feel like Sufi would know things. Too bad he's not there.
that's what you get for having a family meal. So, like day-to-day general knowledge, for those who have, well, yeah, for day-to-day knowledge, like say for like Puck and Tricks, lower DC in a lot of ways for Puck just due to being in and around Sea Haven, and higher DC in a lot of ways for Tricks from being from the forest. And so you know, like they live a long time, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. Like you wouldn't have ever met one yourselves directly, or for the most part. No, you wouldn't have. Puck, you may have seen one of their ships crossing out past Sea Haven, and like these ships are monstrosities. Think of like a modern day sized, like I can't even, I don't know boats enough, but it's a gigantic sized boat. It's essentially like a war vessel where
Aircraft carriers.
yeah, it's
kind of
smaller
thing.
than an aircraft carrier, but it's still gigantic compared to like the boats you'd normally get within this world. Like, it is fucking ridiculous, and like even at a distance, you could tell it's like impressive. And so like, at least 500, 600, maybe even like more than that. For Asta, you would have perhaps have seen a dwarf in person very briefly at one point from a distance, up in the mountains where you would have been, told by your parents to, give them their space. They were here to, do something, pay respect to the deity, as it were. And they took the old route up to the very top, not the internal staircase. And like some of the rumors of like some of the oldest dwarves are like the same age as like the oldest elves. And like some of the rumors around that, like, they live thousands of years, or they like there's one who's like lived 1,500 years, like 1.1 thousand years, like kind of like mythos and talks about it, and like because there's a lot of it is carried with a level of nervousness and scaredness from people because there's a big unknown about them, but apart from the fact that they detach themselves from a lot of like modern society and just essentially said, don't fuck with our ruins. Don't come to where we are, and we'll be fine. And that is the larger part of it. If you want to find out more, there'll be other ways. And hey, maybe even ARC-9 could help you on that path. But yeah, they could live a long time, essentially. Going back to the question.
What were we saying? Oh yeah.
So you were joking about dwarves living for a long time, and it could take like 20 years to come back.
Yeah.
It could take longer, but we'll see if it appears at some point. If not, there's nothing lost for us. There's only benefit to be gained here. Well, I suppose we could have sold it, but
We still can.
well, no, we
You
don't
say
have
that,
it.
we don't have it.
It's gone.
Wait.
It poofed.
Oh
It's
yeah,
gone.
right. I thought we still had the ball.
Nope. So that is currently not in your possession. I've left it in the cart, but just for intents and purposes, you don't currently have it on you. And that's actually a very good point. I'd say because Puck, you have taken like an interest in this in some form, and anyone else who feels it's relevant, like you guys were given like cards essentially saying what all these items did, these trinkets from the job. Like none, like fairly certain most of them, aside from maybe Oscar's spider, haven't been identified, and like what this said this did like was very strange in itself, but it seems to have not be exactly correct here in regards to what it is. Like, it doesn't mention anything about ARC-9. It doesn't mention anything about archives. It's like, for anyone who wants to have that as like a raised red flag, you could take that information and do with it what you will. All right, welcome back. A little bit of a tech issue here. Standard French issue. I joke, I jest. Do not kill me. We also need to get, as a reminder, Luke's camera up and running as well. We've just got to do a few things on the back end, a few issues, and we were almost sorted with moving to TeamSpeak temporarily, and then that blew up. So I need to go and check that out after the stream. Not doing it now. And anyway, the backup failed, which is wonderful to see. But
and then the original fixed. So
yeah, weird. Who knows? Magic. I will actually just quickly about another ping. Who wants to? I'm going to say Aiden. If you bring us back in and do like a quick recap of what's just happened here for Luke.
Okay, so we started off with Asta looking out over the sea as we're kind of reaching the kind of halfway point on our journey, the Weirdwater Rest Inn. Asta was looking out over the sea, kind of towards Sea Haven, but a bit past it. Camera zoomed out, flew all the way over, and we had a flashback scene. Asta entering a mysterious temple with some nicely done mosaics and an eerily or creepy sort of transition to white marble on the inside. Very clean, not like the moss that was covering the outside. And then we kind of flashed all the way back. As we were walking along, the kind of rain and thunder just started hammering it down on us. Trix jumped in the back of the cart and heard a humming sound coming from one of our sacks, and it was the memory core that was kind of getting hotter. And Trix asked around if anyone was having a memory, and Asta stuck his head in the cart and said, "Hi, my problem." Trix kind of handed it out to him, and it just kind of took off and started floating above us, and turned into like a spinning green crystally dwarven magic thing.
pesky dwarves.
Robot, yeah. And it called itself ARC-9, and said we could ask it a question, and it would go and check the archives or the library. Trix asked, who is the Stonebound Earth? What was the exact
I just said,
question?
who are the Stonebound?
Yeah, who are the Stonebound? And it kind of just vanished into in a puff of green smoke, and I think that's all that happened.
Yeah, it said it would find us later and then vanished.
Understandable.
I thought that it had its repository of knowledge, like a magical USB. I did not realize it was going to vanish to go and find the information. So yes, this should be good.
Well, how would Sufi have loaded and reacted to this? I'd sort of placed that you were perhaps in the cart, but maybe you were walking alongside it, and that's why you had immediately reacted. Let's say you were walking alongside the cart. Just
it would have been walking. It likes all.
How would you have reacted to this?
It only just started raining.
Yeah, so we're outside. Imagine if I had my hat. I'm just putting that out there. That was rudely taken from me by a bad roll. How would he react? I think he's seen some weird things, but dwarven weird things he has never seen. So there's like a genuine intrigue, but I think maybe there's a nonchalant gimmick going on where he's trying to pretend that he's too cool for it and not that interested, but he's like, really wants to know more about it and what it's actually doing. But I think he's on the outside, you don't necessarily get that. But he's just sort of observing.
the inn is not that far ahead of you, and just to recap on it as well, is that it's like a carriage inn where it's got the storage underneath for carts and what have you, for and horses or whatever pieces of burdens within reason, and some fields as well nearby to store them. And so as it's tipping down, you're heading towards this large structure. It's about four and a half stories tall, very large, sort of wide set, thickly built. And to like access the main sort of like room, which is not like on the ground, it's like uplifted above. You have to go up some stairs to it, or there's also like a small elevator up to it as well for anyone who's doesn't want to walk up the steps or can't. And yeah, you guys are heading towards that. You just jump in the back of the cart and carry on your way. It's like 10 minutes away.
I think Shiv just walks. He's very upset about it.
So, Cat is getting drenched. And, of course, ad break comes in. Brilliant. But you guys make your way over to this, and there's a stable hand who rushes out, or like is waiting underneath, I think, actually seeing the rain. And as you get closer, you can see him sort of like look under, pull out almost like a cigarette style thing that he had in his mouth, like look up, chuck it on the floor, stamp on it, push it into the ground, and then grab what seems to be an umbrella, and then rushes out towards you guys. It's just like, hello, how's it going? It's a bit rainy out here.
Most of us are soaked.
Yeah, you look pretty drenched to me. Need to get inside. Are you stopping, or you carry on going?
We're stopping.
All right. Well, you wanting us to store and look after your cart? It's all part of the room charge.
Yes, please.
Perfect. If you take this, and he goes, grabs a ticket, hands it to you, helps guide the cart in, puts the mules away, and he's able to look after it, and he hands you a ticket number 6. As it were, it's not even a ticket, sorry, it's like a bank of wood with a number carved into it. It looks pretty decent. It's like, if you just head up those stairs, if you have any luggage you want going up, if you're staying here for more than one night, then I can put it up on the elevator and bring it up for you.
I think we're fine.
Yeah,
What's your name?
I'm Kyle.
Thanks, Kyle. I go
Kyle
in.
the stable hands. Oh god.
I'll make sure to go speak to Kala. Where's Asta in all this?
He would still be walking behind the cart, putting on the eye patch as a point of note. He'd be covering the eye. But yeah, then he would kind of take charge and lead the way to walk up the stairs and go to say hello. Hi.
As you go to walk up there, this individual car's like, "Oh, you rude fuck! You're not even gonna say hello to me, Asta."
Hello, Kyle. Sorry, it's been a while. Sorry, I didn't realize that I knew him.
You can assume that you'd know most people
Yeah,
who work
yeah.
in this building.
No, I was just looking at all the names that I had.
Oh yeah,
yes.
I'm gonna chuck these shit at you either way. So.
So sorry, Kyle. I've been a bit distracted. It's nice to see you again.
Well, it's been a while. Did you end up finding what you were looking for?
I think so. I mean, I found these fuckwits, so you never know.
All right. I'll be up later. You can buy me a drink for your trouble. I'm gonna see to your meals here. Do they have any names, by the way?
I'll let them introduce themselves.
You didn't name them. All right, understood. And he just turns, gets on with it, and you can lead the party up.
Did you talk about the horses or us?
Oh, the horses.
The mules.
Sorry.
Yeah, I thought he meant the
Yeah,
horses.
the mules.
I was trying to figure out
the
if you meant the horses or
He didn't ask for your guys' names. You just assume
Yeah.
that's what he'll do.
Yeah. Also,
instructions later.
Sufi would not have waited for the pleasantries. He'd have just walked straight in. So he'd have left you in the rain saying hi. You strolled off.
This would have been like underneath, like in the cover. So it
Yeah,
wouldn't
he
have
still
been-
would have beeline for a fire.
Yeah, so you okay? Yeah, we'll say Sufi being the first one up there, Asta and everyone else falling up behind. And I asked Sufi rather sort of wandering up these steps. This is somewhere that you'd have actually also been as well on your way past, and you'd know that it's a pretty nice establishment. There's nothing like crazy about it, but it is just good quality home food, good company. It doesn't seem to be ever like too much crazy trouble here. It does seem like that it's a bit busier, and both Asta and Sufi than it normally would be at this point in time. Sorry, that's more towards Asta actually than Sufi. But yeah, you walk up and it's a fairly large set door. It has also like a half door as well, which can be opened by smaller folk. And guys, you open upwards to the sound of raining behind you. But we'll switch to something less depressing, and we will go to some music actually. As some music is being played by a couple of bards in the corner, and drink has been spilled around. People are having a good time here. It's not like crazy party, but there's laughter, people talking. There's a decent sized bar, and you can see a large set of stairs that go up one side of the building. What seems to be like a lift sort of structure, like poly system as well, sort of like nearby it. And again, like there's like a few walls in between that you can't see like straight across. Otherwise, quite a nice sized building. And so as you step in here, take off your fake hat, and we have just had a random item roll. So
It'd be a better hat.
if it's a hat, I'm gonna fucking lose my shit. Let me roll that. Make sure I'm pop it so you.
If it's a hat, I want it.
Oh, are we coming to
They
blows?
Specify?
I'll just steal it.
They did not specify, so I will roll the dice to decide.
Is something meant to be specified?
A collapsible bucket.
Collapsible box.
You could use that as a hat.
Cool. I will keep that in mind. Awesome. But yes, as you stand there and take it in, the others sort of like rush up behind you. They weren't too far behind, and sort of walking into this much warmer atmosphere and what have you. And it is like a summer day, essentially even during this. So it's warm outside, just wet and very muggy. And so you walk in here, it's still warm. There is a fire sort of blazing in the corner. It's not crazy high and stuff, but there's a decent atmosphere here. Sufi, what do you do as you step in?
It does nothing else but walk straight to the fire and just sits down on the floor in front of it. It doesn't talk to anyone. It's almost like when you're really tired and you're walking to bed and you're like in that half asleep phase. It's that, but he's not tired. He's just soaked. So he's like the only thing that he cares about right now is being sat in front of a fire.
Very nice. Asta, you step through. What is it you're doing with your group of comrades?
Probably looking for Kala, like Carl said. Or at least looking around and seeing if there's anyone immediately recognizable.
Yeah, you see Nedrick behind the bar, serving alcohol. There's the sort of kitchen set up behind it as well, where Kala actually spends a lot of her time cooking and preparing meals. I don't think you see Rhea around at this point, but you do notice Nedrick at the bar, and you hear the clanging of pots and pans in the background, probably indicating that Kala, or at least one of the kitchen hands, is back there.
Okay, I'll approach the bar. Nedrick, it's good to see you.
The prodigal son returns. Nice to see you. How are you doing?
Tired and soaked through. Yeah, it's been a long journey.
Mm.
How's business?
You know what? It's pretty good. Seems to be a decent amount of business, but pretty worried about it drying up due to the mountain being alive.
I mean, well, that's actually why we're here.
Oh.
Yeah. We've taken a job for the city of Sea Haven. And, well, it's mainly to investigate this. So, might have something to do with the temple.
Ah, I suppose it's quite amusing that I called you the prodigal son then. I mean, how did you get involved in this? I mean, where did you even go?
I went over to around Sea Haven Way and came across these people, and we've worked well together.
He perks up more towards everyone else, puts on like a bigger smile. He's like, what is it I can get for all of you? Any friends of Asta is a friend of mine. Do you want drinks? Food? Rooms?
Room, please.
That can be done. Are you sharing? Are you wanting private rooms?
I'd like my own room, please.
Sure, there's also the Riverview Suite, if you will.
That sounds expensive. Just something. I'm small. I don't need much.
Sure, we have a private room, so I run a gold piece a night.
I'll have one of those, please.
Chucks you a key, takes the gold off you. And if
does
anyone...
that include board?
No, afraid not.
Okay, that's fine.
Although the
scamper off.
Riverview Suite does come with a bottle of Mist Whistle Mead.
I don't drink, but thank you. And I'm just gonna scamper off.
Sophie,
How much
there's
is that fancy room?
We have a discount on it at the moment. It's running at 2 gold a night.
I'll take it.
Yoink.
Sophie, there is a room with alcohol in it.
Too late.
Oh,
I'm already in one of those.
He rings a bell, and
He
you
rings
hear
a bell.
you hear
Might be the planquin, and you have to climb on a pillow. You
you hear like footsteps across like the din of the tavern, the music. You do hear like footsteps running, sort of rushing down, and this red-headed human woman sort of like steps down.
Sign me up.
Bright blue eyes, sort of quite mousy-looking features. Who steps out and says, "Oh, yes, Edric." Oh, we have a room for the fine gentleman here. What is your name?
Biggle bottom.
For the bottom individual here.
it's not
Where's the
enough
top? Where's the top?
That's the gingerhead woman, don't you
Oh,
know?
yeah. The room comes with one.
It's all part of the service.
I'd have got the room if it did.
Nedrick turns to say, "Oh no, sorry." Rio would say, "Do you have any luggage that you need us to bring up for you?" Diggle.
I think I've got most of it in my bag here. I can handle it. I'm a hero.
Oh.
Things heroes say.
Nedrick looks towards Nedrick and then sees Asta, and she's like, and like just rushes forwards and gives you a big hug. If you allow her, anyway.
There's a cat in the corner somewhere. He's sulking.
The biggest hug you can give a 2-foot gnome, sure, yeah.
No,
no.
she's hugging Asta.
Not
you.
You think she's going in to hug you? She just runs
just
straight
dead.
past.
I'm sorry, I'm lost.
I'm a hero. Yes, hug me. Oh.
So, like,
but
she was...
Asta, because Asta knows Rhea.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And just out of interest, actually, for both Nedrick and Rhea here, Asta, what is your, I guess, friendship or relationship with both these individuals?
I mean, I spent a significant amount of time here with them. They were very friendly. I'd say probably like close friends. Um,
And how long do you think it's been since you were last here?
ooh, good question. I would say quite a few years at this point.
2 years?
Because
Yeah.
yeah.
So as Ria's giving you a hug, she then pushes back and then just punches you in the arm. And then like as she realizes you have chainmail on. Fuck's sake. You didn't even send a postcard.
Well, I didn't want to buy them from anyone but you know.
Smooth.
That's true.
Saved.
Well, if any of your friends want postcards, let me know. Right. Apologies. Sorry. Hero Bigglebottom. You have to tell me more about
Don't
that.
call him a hero. Don't.
What? I'm the hero of Thistledale. What are you on about? I'll tell you all about it. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, we know.
Oh, I'm definitely interested in hearing this. I've not been up there for a long time myself. Here, I'll show you to your room. And she collects a fancy-looking key, and if you want, she'll show you up to the room, which is at the very top. And she takes you to the elevator, essentially, and there's a police system in which...
There's an elevator.
Yep.
Because it's an accessible
A
building.
fancy place. Yeah.
I don't think Figgle's ever seen an elevator.
It's like a pulley. Is it? I presume it's just pulleys, right?
Yeah.
It's like a piece of wooden or winch.
Yeah. And
I still
so
don't think
as she-
Figglebottom's seen an elevator.
Yeah, I mean, as she gets
cool.
on
It's
it,
still a
she-
cool bit of engineering.
Yeah, as she knocks on it, she pulls like a rope, and you hear like a distant ringing sound, and it's because it's gone down to the bottom, and now Kyle is going to have to essentially lift you guys up using the pulley system.
Wow, this is great.
How heavy is Kyle? Because simple physics would dictate he would climb the rope before pulling us all up.
You can have
Depends on the pulley
like-
system. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
depends
yeah,
on the
yeah,
pulley
punches.
systems.
Ah, you're not supposed
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, no,
Have you never?
Yes,
that
I
you-
did, and I actually know how it works. That's why I'm saying it doesn't.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you go to Oscar, we went to that science museum in Amsterdam where we used the pulley systems. If you remember.
I remember that museum. I don't remember pulley systems in the museum.
Yeah.
Because I think I was the only one that could, even whilst being probably the heaviest one there, that could lift my full body weight up with using the pulley system.
Oh, I do remember it. No, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did climb that. No, I remember that.
Yeah.
On the one without a pulley system, I think it was. Anyway, right, getting back into it. Kyle's a beast, and there's like a decent pulley system in it.
No, it's got straight 20 strength. Like,
What have you?
Hulked.
And
Yeah.
you were
he's
shown
on
into your
T.
room. It's a elegant, like it's better. It's a better room than you've been in ever before. Even then, like it's no like Ritz or like anything crazy in our standard. But compared to like someone who comes from like a fucking tiny bumblefuck village in the middle of nowhere, this is insane. Giant queen size beds. There's like a mirror on the side as well, which is like it's not big. It's very small. But it's on like a cabinet base and
Right.
stuff, which is like that itself would be probably one of the more obscure things for you within that room. There's
Point
no glass windows.
Is the Queen in the UK the really, really big one?
That's the king. Queen is
Okay, so it is
bigger
the
than
same.
double, smaller than a king.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah. And yeah.
I have a queen size bed because I'm a queen.
I have a
Well,
king-size bed.
we've cut the head of all our beds in France, so I don't know.
Nice. Cool. Whilst
Call it
the
a
hero
Robespierre or
of-
something.
the hero of Thistledale's gone upstairs with Rio, what are the rest of you guys doing?
Question, Tom. Are there hearths / fireplaces in the bedrooms?
In some of the rooms, there are chimneys that go up past them. They're not like hearths by themselves, but they would be heated by said chimneys,
See.
essentially.
Because I think Sufi's in the mood to sleep by a fire tonight. So I think given he's probably been here before and he's probably tried this before as well. So he will probably try and sleep in the room with the fire in it.
Yeah.
Still pay them as if he's in a room, but we'll literally just stand just sleep on the fire.
Like small flashback. Kyle's probably just been to you like, as long as you're not like shitting and pissing everywhere, heavily drunk,
Oh no, he's
causing
like curls up in a
disturbance.
ball.
it's fine. That's okay.
I've decided canonically that he's like normal cats and just like sleeping by fires. So I've decided that's the thing he does.
Ending.
Just on that, actually, before I forget, we have technically shown your new art on stream.
Oh, there you go. Ta-da.
And
Oh, do you
actually,
want me? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
move it back to the other
You
screen.
get me
and
out.
No,
hide.
I can just do this. Wait, give me a
Da,
sec.
da, 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 da.
Boom.
No, 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 no.
Also do Oscar's one as well, please.
Yeah, sure.
But,
Oh, so
but
cute.
Luke, tell
And
us a bit
Sam.
about it.
And Aztec. And everyone.
You want to know about my actual real life cat that it's based on? He has a resting bitch face,
Absolutely, yes.
and his actual behavior is heavily was actually how I decided how Sufim behaves, because he's extremely inconsistent in his ethics. I've debated, Plato with him. Sometimes he likes him, sometimes he hates him. So I kind of went for the same thing with Sufim, where he's a very unusual, like the kind of cat that will cuddle you and then immediately scratch you. So I tried to take that kind of mindset into the character of like, he will ridicule you and take the piss out of you and then defend you to the death straight after.
That explains a lot, actually.
Yeah, that's why the character's like that. Is because my cat's like that. Like literally one day he'll come and he'll be in my bed, little spoon, and then in the morning I'll be asleep and he'll just scratch my head or something, like whilst I'm asleep, and it doesn't make any sense. And then immediately after he'll apologize and come cuddle up again. It's like, I don't know what's wrong with him, but he's
All
So
right.
I tried to take that kind of vibe into the character. So
Love it.
he is literally my cat.
And Oscar, tell us a little bit about your artwork. What
I
inspired
don't
you.
have any such heartwarming and interesting story as that. He is a gnome with quite yellowy skin and kind of looks like he's part of the Three Musketeers because those lips kind of look like mustaches, but I love it. Can't really
Has
see
he got a
the
cape as
image.
well?
He
Yeah,
does
'cause
have a cape going on, yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, obviously
That
the
also
full
gives a
image is
musketeer
not-
vibe.
Yeah.
And I put a arbitrary background on it, but if you don't like it, I can switch it.
I don't mind it. It might be better if we all have plain ones or simple ones like
Yeah, maybe.
yours and
I-
Aiden's.
And then Aiden, let's jump to you as well about your one, and then we'll go to Sam.
Oh, I just kind of drew him how I liked. Yeah, I mean, I'd already made him as a model, and then kind of took that and did some more fun things with it. Especially
Love
this guy was fun.
Yeah, artwork is fantastic. Yeah, Aiden is a fantastic artist. And then Sam, that's some insights on your one.
Yeah, so we know that mine is a halfling. And so she was heavily inspired by my friend Rose, who is incredibly short and used to have red hair.
Strong coming from you.
Yeah, it's a bit of a running joke, to be fair. No, I don't know. Like, I really just love the vibe. These like bright blue, beautiful eyes, and then I wanted her to look incredibly innocent because that's a big part of her whole thing. So she's got these big doe eyes, and she's got freckles all over her face, and she's got this cute little plait down the side. It's all about looking. You can even see like in her picture, she's like looking very timid and like a little bit afraid. Like that's her whole aesthetic. Because next thing you know, she turns into this fucking, what did I say, 9 foot tall or something, or 10 foot tall giant thing.
You triple in size, right? So
Yeah.
think
So
it's about
it
10
was really
feet.
just about having that like juxtaposition, which was
Did you do the juxtaposition of personalities?
Your
Your mic is, you are a robot.
try speaking.
I kept the button that does the muting pushed down, so it just switched back and forth.
It's like when you hold the spacebar on like YouTube or
Yeah.
something.
Sorry. I was asking whether you also did the juxtaposition of personalities on purpose, because she's not innocent at all.
No, remember I was playing her wrong at the start. That was
Oh.
me just like
She was
yeah.
psychotic.
my roleplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Right.
Just
I
straight
fucked
up
my
murder.
roleplay massively. So
Hey,
she's
splitting that-
gonna be going to where she's supposed to be.
I
Hey,
like
splitting
her.
that guy's skull open with a giant rapier is canon. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but there's only so many ways you're gonna kill someone with the rapier, and all of them include
Honestly,
stabbing. So, I suppose there's a giant rapier, you can smack them with it as well. But yes,
Yeah.
all this
Yeah, I
artwork is definitely going to make it harder to kill all of you, but not impossible.
I should mention a couple of things on mine. So on my one as well, you couldn't quite see it in the because it's just on the portrait bit. But the two weapons that I have, so his bow is and the sword are based on real weapons that I found in museums. And then he also he has a magical item called a Whisper Shield token, which is the necklace that he's wearing in the art. It's the shape of a Argius? No, it's one of the letters in the Argius or something like that. I can't remember how you pronounce it, but it's one of the letters in the Elder Futhark, which is the language of the Norse, or basically the runic language that was actually used. So the necklace is that magical item.
Cool. Sorry, I've just seen some crazy fucking news.
Algiz is the name of the fucking letter. I forgot what it was called.
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
Is it about the musician dude whose name I forget?
Yes. Let's not talk about him.
Yeah.
Someone who rightfully so.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Deserve to die has. Anyway, let's move on from that topic. So, we're gonna come back into the scene where Biggles disappeared, moving up this lift. Uwin and Arwen, perhaps. At this
I'm
new
probably going to come
contraption.
back down with that bottle of wine that was free with the
Mead? Think
room.
you're fine?
Mead. Sorry,
Yeah. It's a
that's-
mist whistle mead. Yes,
forgive me, the crazy name.
Like, hey, fuck you. You know, no. Right. Whilst he's up there, though, Nedrick is turns to the rest of you. If you've bought a room, remove the gold, and then you have the room for the night.
How much is a regular room?
One gold, or you can get like a common shared one, which is then 4 silver pieces.
Okay, I would have given them, even though I'm staying in the room, I would have given them, I'm like not actually going to the bedroom, I'd still give them 4 silver.
I think
Because
I'm going
still
to the. Oh, sorry. Thought you were done. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just saying because I'm still taking the space up.
Yep.
I think I'm going to the common room just so I can see who is here.
Ew.
What?
Mm.
No,
Already.
Oh,
Lyrics in the room?
No.
Is there anyone sleeping with pockets that are leaning out suspiciously?
No. You've got me all wrong. That's not what I am. That's not who I am. That's
That
not who
sounds
I
like
want
a
to be.
lie.
Yeah. No, but the primary intent is to know who is here.
Okay. Yeah, so keep that in mind. Yeah, you'll essentially be guided to that room. There's no locks or trunks or anything in here. Like it's bunk beds. It's quite a full filled rooms. There's a few different ones of them. So it's not just like one big open one. There's a couple of different sort of like walls and stuff separating a few of the rooms. Yeah, and then drinks can be had. You're all given like some free basic ale. I say basic. You know what? You can all have some river ale. Even technically it's brewed out of the brackish water. And you're all given a tankard of that for anyone who wants it. Or you can have some elderberry flavored water with elderberry and blueberry water, flavored water if you want, if you're non-alcoholic, as it were. Yeah. What are you guys doing?
Tom, when Asta was here before,
Yep.
where did he sleep?
You would have had more of like a dedicated place to sleep, like a room, and you would have had to like you would have been like working to sleep there.
Yeah.
Yeah. To answer your question.
Nedrick,
Yes.
is my old room available, or is that?
No, I mean that's been long gone. That's that's free real estate.
Of course, that's fine. I'll take a single room.
Sure. Yeah. Hands you a key. It's like, there you go. It's one of the better ones with the chimney in it. Or do you want one with like a window facing
That'd be nice.
facing the water? Sure. Okay, sorted. And you can essentially then have like the room of your choice as long as no one else is in it, but there's like enough rooms where they can make that happen. And then you hear like a voice come through like the pathway to the kitchen of Kala, who peeks through. He's like, "Is that an Aster I can see through there?"
You still fucking stuff up in the kitchen, Calla?
You wait round there. I'm coming around there. And she like moves off, and she had like a rolling pin in her hand, and she just jumps off and starts pushing around. You hear like a door slam, and this individual walk around who dark hair, eyes are dark as well, sort of light brown skin, sort of pushing around towards you guys, and she's a halfling. And you listen here, and she goes to like smack you, Aster, with the rolling pin, and then just moves in to give you a hug if you lean down.
Yeah, I lean down. It's good to see you, Calla.
And she like hand on each side of your arm, like holding you like leaning down. It's like, are you actually okay though? You had us worried here.
I think I'm better than I was.
You see her just staring at the eye patch.
I know, but it's I found some good people, and we're doing some good things, I think.
Oh, are you back here for good, or are you gonna be looking to leave?
We're on our way to investigate the mountain.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
And I mean, why in Dorendo's suffering would you be wanting to go up into the mountain?
I think you know why.
She looks like solemn. And I can't even explain it as to what's going on up there. I mean, the rumors seem true, and the fact that it's come alive. I mean, boulders the size of houses have gone flying over and landed on poor hamlets. I mean, poor Mrs. Lectra is dead. I mean, her and her whole hamlet. And you'd recognize her as being essentially a dairy farmer. And like she would have been like a regular of coming in, like delivering goods and what have you, and this being a meeting point of sending goods off to the Traveller's Ring or down to like Brookside. It's like whole family got crushed. They were asleep at night, and a giant rock came down and just landed on them, squashed them. I mean, we just put placards up on the giant rock. I mean, it's their tomb.
No, that's fair. It's a bad way to go. But that's also why we're here. We need to find why this is happening.
Are you sure that you're okay with going up there? And you've not been back there since you left?
No, but if it has something to do with that place, I have to know.
You can see like almost like cogs turning the head. Like, you know what? You could be right. I mean, it could be that could be the what's this almost said epicenter of this situation. I mean, but it's been so long.
I know.
Can you? How do I want to handle this? Can you roll a? I'm going to get you to roll a history check on her side. Can you roll a 1d20 plus 4? Thinking about it. Wait, Nedrick, there's some rumors about some individuals making their way up there a few years ago, didn't there? Up towards Aster's Mountain. Nedrick looks over and like thinking, like tapping his head and busy, and then like realizes that he's pouring out ale and moves off. It's like, yeah, you know what? I think you're right. I think there may well have been some individuals who made their way out there, but I just assumed they were visiting the site of the Lost Temple. I mean, you know, pilgrims used to be the norm until the temple was lost.
Do you know what they looked like?
God, it's just like, I mean, once you've seen a mysterious set of strangers, I mean, you've seen them all. I mean, they wore, you know, capes as you do, like most people, and they were traveling. They had carts, and there's quite a few of them.
Interesting.
Seems slightly familiar, but I can't quite place where.
How long ago?
It's like probably like a year after you left, I think. Maybe less.
Okay. Did anyone speak to them? Did they stay here? Or did they just
know,
pass along by?
They don't even stay in here. We saw them crossing over to join the footpath, the trail up the north that your family used to take.
Right.
East, not north.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Did they come back down?
I'm gonna get you to roll a same roll, but this will be for Nedrick.
1d20 plus 4.
Yeah. They look at each other like, with all the Nedrick's like, with all the kerfuffle and what have you, and I'm not entirely sure, to be honest, as to it's. I mean, for the initial part, we were putting refugees up and trying to help them out, and I mean, we still are, but I'm not entirely sure. They may have done. Sorry, not more help. It's just been such a crazy time.
That's fine. I mean, it's more information than we had before, so anything helps.
And he hands you a tankard of ale, and that is where we're going to take our break. So we will be back in 20 minutes, realizing, like, obviously, a little bit of an issue with some tech issues and stuff, but we'll stay on target with our time in here. So we'll disappear off for a 20-minute break, and we'll be back at 20 past 9 or 20 past the hour. So stick around or go grab some drinks, and we'll see you there. Hello, and welcome back. Trying to be as awkward as possible. Welcome back to the TeaPK D&D campaign. We are seeing what the crew are up to at the moment. They are over in a inn, and we've had some information being delivered a little bit there and there about the temple, top of the mountain of the Noggin Rock Peaks. where the mountain is supposedly alive and killing plenty of people, including Lycra, that was the name, the family name of the dairy farmers nearby who got crushed by a boulder and entombed by the house and the boulder on top of them, much to the dismay of the individuals who live in this building, in this inn. Let me just change the music. Here, on the same brain wave on that front. Let me just click this so we don't have to listen to that hold music. Cool. Back into the tavern we go. So we're in this moment where Nedrick is just shaking his head. He's like, no, I'm not sure if they've been back or not, to be honest. I mean, perhaps they're just, needed a place to live and they decided to go set up there. Maybe they didn't know that it was a temple. It's a bit out of the way, though.
I doubt that anybody would go there without knowing what it was.
Kind of slaps you on the back, like lower part of your back. Like, all right then, enough of this. She looks around, and is like, oh, the bloody cat is back. Okay. All right. Who's up for some food?
I certainly am. Been a long day.
Yeah,
If you go, head over to the booth over there. We'll. Oi, Derek, you don't need the whole booth. Put away your cards. Just go sit over there. These individuals, they require that booth. I guess I'll. And she just turns. She's like, I'll get some food and I'll bring it over to you. Have you guys got any allergies or any preferences on what you don't want?
I don't believe so. I don't want to speak for the group, but I mean, that I don't have any problems.
I'm pretty sure I'm gluten intolerant.
I have no idea what that is, to be honest. But we'll bring over some of the last and remaining cheese from the Lycra family, and also some crusted bread that we made this morning. And then we'll do some trout pie as well, caught from nearby. And we'll bring some more drinks.
Is there something like regional? Something like specific to this area?
He just mentioned two regional things.
The trout and the dairy.
He said dairy from the family nearby and crabs caught in the river nearby.
Maybe that's just the name of them.
Trout caught in the lake.
That's the brand name.
I mean, like farmed locally. I mean, like if I went to France, maybe I'd want to have a snail. Like something that's actually regional.
You definitely should.
Do they have any baguette de coin?
Maybe a frog's leg. I don't know. Point being, I mean,
have some duck's breast because that's an actual nice French dish.
Do you want some orange duck?
I had duck's breast, by the way, while I was in Paris. It's really, really good.
It's like, I mean, we've got the Witherwind trout pie, but we also have the cheese. I mean, if you want something more specific, then I can definitely whip you something up that's more regionally intense. I mean, not many people tend to go for that. They just want, quick food that's tasty.
I mean, if it's too much trouble, I'll just have what's available. Don't worry about it. Thanks.
She looked at you. It's like, it's no trouble to me. Yeah. What is your name?
I'm Trix. Hi.
Nice to meet you, Trix. Are you not from nearby?
From up northish by one of the forests, from a little hamlet.
A hamlet? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we were very much vegetables, and the occasional, meat, but nothing exciting. So I'm curious if there's, yep.
I'll bring out a nice surprise for you. But if you go sit over there, we'll bring over some food, some drinks. Nedrick, don't be an ass. Make sure they're filled properly. This is Astra. It's the return of our son, as it were. And Nedrick just stares and puts his head to the side. Is like, fucking told you. And you does everyone make their way over to the essentially it's like a what you call them, booth. Yeah. That is a little bit more sectioned off, and there's
That way you eat, or is it like
you can
where
eat
the
there. Yeah, it's where you eat. So it's just like a table off in the corner that is like got curtains you can put off across as well, so you have some level of privacy.
Supposed to leave the fire for a bit. I don't know.
As you make your way over, it's probably about the time Piggle comes down. Are you going to go through down the elevator or down the 4 flights of stairs? Piggle.
I'll take the stairs this time.
The
Okay.
hero of Thistledale takes the stairs.
But a
He's
humble man.
Yeah.
I'm the hero of Thistledale, but I'm so
He's-
humble.
He's also
The funniest
realized
thing
that to lift someone up with a broom system is very slow.
But the funniest thing about it is that he is actually the hero of Thistledale, but no one else in this group was there. And so everyone else just assumes that it's like a way overblown story.
So what you're a hero for there? Yeah, okay. You dart down the stairs
With the
all
mead.
4 flights with the meads in your hand, and everyone is gone.
Uh,
But aside from like the
Figgle
general
walks-
patrons and stuff.
Figgle walks into the center of the inn and looks around.
You see the tail of Sufi slipping into a curtained off area.
Okay, I'd quickly go that way.
Push on through, and there you go. You're back in the group.
What's over here?
Food.
Oh, nice. Did you get me something?
Were we supposed to?
To be fair.
I think it's like food for the table, so probably.
Okay.
It's like tapas. Have you ever had tapas?
Do you know the concept?
No.
Please-
Have you,
please
no, I
don't
mean,
tap
have you ever
my
had
ass.
your ass tapped?
Only when I
Yeah.
ask.
You can try this drink if you want. It was in my room.
It,
I put a bottle of mead on the table.
is it
Yeah, it's a
alcohol?
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Yeah, and like as you know, it's like it's a decent bottle of ale. It's not like a very big one or anything. But
Wait,
it's
I
just
thought it was
decent.
mead. We got
Take a little
him.
picture.
You should drink some and see what
It
happens.
turns out it's actually ale.
It's actually poison.
mead is just a brand name.
Turns out it's actually drugs.
This is literally just a place where everything is just misleading brand names. So the food is made by the farmer next door, and then the local ale company is called Mead.
It's like McDonald's 100% British beef, but it's a company called 100% British
Yeah,
beef.
yeah. It's all Australian.
Yeah, or that what was it? Drinks company that was called Alcohol Free or something. I think.
I've
Something
not
like
heard that
yeah.
one.
Yeah, I don't think they exist anymore because they were told like, yeah, that's not okay.
It's a hotel
Um,
called Campsite. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys can settle down, drink some of the mead, you know, which is made using some of the honey of the sort of some local apiaries and what have you. And eventually, well, is there any conversation you guys are going to have after the current events of the day? You guys have finished traveling. There's a lot ahead of you. There's 2 different paths you can take.
So,
I feel like
anyone else you know, Aster, that we should know, before arriving there? Like anything, like, do you have family on the way that we will find out, like, when we get there?
all my family are dead.
Well, at
Wow.
least not many today.
That's a
Well
fucking
done,
heavy
Doug.
answer.
I mean,
Lord.
at least it answers the question.
Everyone that was there died. So yeah, there was nobody there when I left. I was just talking to Callow and Nedrick, and they say that some travelers went up that way towards the temple somewhat recently, maybe a few years ago, but they can't remember if they came back down. So we might possibly encounter something up there.
A few
Well, I
years
mean,
ago?
we're going. We're going up there to fight the mountains anyway. We're going to encounter something.
Aye, but this might just be an extra level of something.
Not to ask too stupid a question. How are we intending to fight a mountain?
I was asking myself this question too.
Well,
Thank you.
it's probably not literally the mountain. It's probably like a giant throwing stones off the cliff or something.
A giant?
Yeah. What about them?
Well, she turns into one, remember?
Right.
No, she doesn't. That's a lie.
I mean, you do.
Isn't an
Turn to a
enlarged
giant.
halfling a giant? Or are they just an enlarged halfling?
I mean,
A
I'm not
9
masculine
foot
giant.
is
She
like
gets very
not
big.
giant,
9-10
no.
foot is.
Yeah, but my point is that is a giant halfling, not a giant.
They are a giant half.
True.
You are
Well, I
really
tell you
using
what.
the same word. You are using
Tell-
the same
tell-
word.
I tell you what. But just so you know, all right, your mic just peaks absolutely fuck.
Again. Yeah.
Trying.
It's also peaking when you're saying I'm trying, which is great because
God damn it.
it's like you're not trying. it's
So-
great.
Oh, God
Going
damn
back
it.
to the notes that you had said is from last session, which was roll giant knowledge. This seems like an opportune time to bring this up. Who wants to see how much they know about giants?
I think I've done
Go
this
on, then.
before,
Please?
so not me,
Yeah.
right?
You should
I'll
do it.
do
I,
it.
I don't. I don't think.
should
I
do it
don't
anyway?
think we
Okay.
rolled it. I don't think we
we
rolled it. I
didn't.
think we were
We
waiting
didn't
for
roll it.
tricks. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah,
all
we all
of
said
us
we'd roll,
didn't
but then
roll.
because
Yeah.
she wasn't here.
It's
What
canonical
history?
that- It's canonical that I
we-
do not know anything about it.
For this one, I would say Figgle, you gain a +2 bonus to this.
My
Are we doing a
rolling-
history check, or are we just doing like a
This is a history check.
and then plus
Can-
this as well?
No, this is Figgle gaining this +2.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But like on top of the history check.
Or nature? Question mark. For me.
You can do either, but they would give different answers.
Hmm.
That's the same for anyone as well.
I'm
well,
equally terrible at both of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Same.
I think all my knowledge is nature based.
This is minus 18.
Minus 18. What?
Oh, you did -20?
I did negative 20 and I did roll a 1. So,
Shit.
Oh.
sad.
All right, come on, Drax.
All right. Sorry, I was checking to see if I had any shenanigans, but I don't. Okay.
Shenanigans.
3. Roll for shenanigans. It's not great. It's not great.
Mildly shenanigan.
I would call that tomfoolery, personally.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Oh!
Want to be a lower roll, bro.
Please don't get
It
away.
might be.
It's a
Watch
one.
it be a natural 20 and I re-roll it.
Oh! Natural 20. And then it rolled on a 2.
Ah, well. C'est la vie.
Welcome to the club.
Um,
Well, Figgle knows literally everything, so it's fine.
Nature wise,
Well,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
not quite how it works.
Tool, and
Figgle knows
carry
the
big
anatomy of
sticks.
giants. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know how they reproduce. You know what their biomes are.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
You basically know the Wikipedia page, but only the biology section.
Then Puck, you had a
Natural 1.
natural 1, so it's
Hey,
a
I
2
still got
total for you.
18. We can't.
Yeah, no, I know.
Discount
Just going
that.
through them. So 2 for Puck, 27 for Figgle on nature, and then a history check for Astor on an 18. And then that
3 for
rest
me.
is redundant.
It's a strong
So-
3.
There's like general knowledge from some of you, like So which ones do I want to do this first? we'll go with the 27 on nature. So this is more about the general types. So you'd understand there are different types of giants that sort of are more like tied to somewhat elemental, but more towards their biome and like where they're from. You in particular would know more about the hill giant variant who go by the name hill giant because that's where they have sort of seemingly propagated and set up their forts in the past. There's not a crazy amount, and this is for us as well, there's not like a crazy amount of giants in the area, and on an 18 as well, Asta, you'd know that the name of these is I get these names right. 18. Yeah, you know what? I'll say. You know the like giants are that you know of are called the diminished. They're called Mebion Keri. Is their clerical name in the Elvish language, as it were. And let me use this here. And I would say, yeah, that would have to be like intelligence based for that. But from like a nature perspective and from like a build perspective as well, Oscar, you know that there's big potential for like the sizes vary, and that there are half giants who are half giant and half like orc or half human or what have you, and then they tend to be 8 to like 12 feet. In that regards, like 12 feet is huge on that front for them. But then like other variants you heard of or like from say Fiddle in the past is that like they can go up to like 25, 28 feet. And there's like rumors of even bigger ones. And rumors of like giant bones found that go beyond those proportions as well, but no actual visual sightings of it. And you would think back as well, being the only person in the party who was there for it. Although Tricks, you would know of this as well, of the giant's footprint that is near Emberstead, which you nicknamed Stankfoot, or maybe I did. But Tricks, it's essentially at the crossroads that go like down next to Emberstead, a sort of place, an area that you're familiar with, and there's like essentially a crossroad or T-junction, I guess, and there's also a shortcut that you can take, and it's sort of very near that area where it's known in the immediate vicinity that there is this giant footprint has been there for like a year or so. Within recent time, and then before that it didn't exist, so it's always like there was a big like confusion around it a little bit, at least in the immediate vicinity, and then people forgot about it. This is difficult because that's such a high fucking roll, but there's so much like it's very limited on that and what you can get from it. You're so restrictive on that. How much do you feel you should have, Figgle, in regards like
just from observations, like watching Figgle's on a hunt and comes across giants and would observe, and that's basically all I know.
Yeah, and like they're pretty rare and quite like very much keep to themselves in a lot of ways. It's fairly like and this is like a lot of people would sort of recognize this as like general information, but also like just from observation, like they don't tend to like delve into villages or anything, or if they are, it tends to be on a no, that's a good shout there, to be honest. But they know better to delve into it. They don't all seem incredibly stupid, but that is a trope that is often aligned with them. and this is specifically for Fiddle to understand this. Just sorry, Fiddle, from your observations, you know that they're not just stupid creatures or beings, that they are sentient and they have minds, they have brains, and what have you. Which may well be a little bit disturbing for you in some ways. But I'll let you deal with that internally.
Well, they have a language which I've picked up a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's a good point. I'm actually going to give you something from the stat block of Hill Giant for 27 because it's so fucking
They
high.
are strong.
It'll probably be more something for the future if you ever face one again. Then you can ask more details on it, and I'll give you some information at that time. So we'll just do that. So just like note that down or keep it in mind. But that's a good shout. Thank you very much, Fuck. But from like a historical, going back to the historical side, because this is more where like there's like more information that can be given, is that as like there is definitely like a connection to understand, and this maybe like clicks a few things from your side, and you're in like an opportune time now where you're discussing giants and what have you, and Trix is right here, and she's used some runes that you've recognized. And giants, weren't like a big topic from your temple, but they were something that have been brought up and talked about. Like the legends of some of like the storm giants, and how some of the giants tend to be they go by the name Skarn giants, which yeah, you wouldn't know that. I should have been more prepared on this front. But yes, I'll give you as well as the fact that maybe on Kari translates to the children of giants. And that is what the giants go by as their official name in this world. That what you would consider as giants is they go by the name of the children of giants. And there is a connection between them and the man, my brain is definitely not working. I usually have the name right here. Pen and Brave, the Underdark of the world, essentially, and that there is some form of a connection with that. Like there's been rumors of them, originally being from the Pen and Brave. And now for both of you as well, do you have any specific information you'd like to ask me or questions about them that I may then give you information on that you may know?
Figgle, well, okay, I don't know.
You can have a think on it.
Well, it's just that Figgle only kills things that are, like a net bad for the environment.
Okay.
Which,
so,
yeah.
From the ones you would have seen these giants tearing up and pulling up trees and uprooting, like essentially doing a lot of damage to the forest. So from your perspective, like damaging and harming the local environment. Whereas like how you may see that, but like maybe it's something to like you've now reflected on with your time away, but they in some ways could be seen as damaging to the environment in how they live their lives, especially compared to a gnome who very much can run through a forest and not snap a twig in some situations, whereas like a giant goes through, they're often going to be breaking trees. Asta?
When we were talking about, or when I was kind of just, like hearing the stories about them, did any of the stories have anything to do with the runes in the temple?
He rolled an 18. that there would have been offhand references to them as being protective runes, and they would have been brought up in some form of like level of conversation, not directly like, oh, those are giant runes, what have you, but like if they're talking about it, it's like, oh, well, you know, like obviously the protection rune.
Okay.
And roll. I don't need you to roll for this, because we're delving down the path of memories on this quite a bit as well. You remember the day? Actually, remind me when the attack happened.
Yeah.
Where was Asta?
He was. I want to say he was down near the bottom. Like he wasn't in the temple. Like he was near kind of the villagey bit, right? I think.
Yeah, you were in the Stone Gardens.
Yeah.
I would say, like, having like some connection points here now as well. You remember, you know, during that attack in some form, that there were in like cloak-clad, like dark-clad individuals casting what seems to be like magic or what have you, and there was a lot of it aimed towards these runes as well, and like multiple like different kinds of like runes, and it seemed like a bit of a spread attack, but you're able to sort of like that is something that then would highlight within your memory.
Okay.
Murray, you were trying to say something and I kept on cutting you off. What is it you were trying to?
I was asking because you mentioned that the name Mabian Curie was Elvish, and I do speak Elvish, and I just wanted to know. But you actually gave the answer about the children of giants. But I wanted to know if culturally I had anything. Well, I did roll a 1, but still.
I mean, you'd understand the translation, and hey, you may not have remembered something directly in that moment, but if you like, you can put 2 and 2 together and be like, oh yeah, yeah, you know, you've heard that. It's a term that is used in general. Like giants aren't always like heavily talked about, but you know, when they are, Melbian Peri is often used and used to describe them, or Skarn giants. Yeah, we zoom back in freeze frame and back into the conversation of giants.
Tom, but we've talked about this before, but Trix's runes and the runes in the temple, I had a link at some point. I can't exactly remember. Was it just that they looked similar?
Let me.
Or there was something to do with them, but I it was like I wasn't here or Trix wasn't here.
Yeah,
So
well, it was.
I've never brought it up.
Yeah, you guys have missed each other, and so I brought it up when Sam joined halfway through, not last session, the session before, so 2 sessions ago.
Yeah.
And so, Sam, which runes do you use again? So I think you switched one as well, didn't you?
No, I had intended to, but I never actually got around to doing it. I did pin it in our thing. Silent Judgment and Deep Forge.
It's more like a familiarity around the style, and perhaps is, you know, when she grows, there may well be a couple of runes that like spout out around her, what have you, and then yeah, there's like somewhat familiarity in the style of it.
Okay. Cool. I feel like, I mean, I would relay all of the information that I remembered to the whole table.
I will. I've got some pebbles with runes on that I don't know what they are. So I'm well, whilst we're talking about runes, do you know what these are? I'll put them on the table.
I shall examine them.
These are the ones from the ruins, right?
From the tower, I think. I don't know. I can't remember. I just know they're on me. And I couldn't figure out what they were. They're described as polished stones with runes.
Okay, yeah. Oh, did I delete it?
Oh no, Tom.
I did, but it's fine. So you like look at the runes, and they don't look the same as what you're used to here, Tricks. These,
I feel like we did this. I think
we may have done, but they don't
Yeah.
look the same.
Yeah.
But can Asta recognize, like, I don't know. I put it out on the table for everyone to see, so.
Has anyone got proficiency in Arcana?
The Arcana-less group.
Yeah,
we have like no intelligence, no charisma, no strength. Right?
Yeah, it's
Bored.
Well, some
dex
strength,
group.
but
Yeah,
not full strength.
We're weak,
You have-
antisocial idiots.
I was about to say you've got passive of it. Well, everyone's passives on Arcana, but I don't need to. You're dumb fuck.
I think my 11 might actually be the best.
I'm 11 as well.
11 as
I've-
well.
Yeah.
I would say Mara. No, not Mara. Sorry, fucking Puck and yeah, I would say Sufi. If you could both roll me an Arcana check with at disadvantage.
Nope.
Ooh.
Like identical rolls
Quality.
almost.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, all of you and like both of you like staring at them, and it's like, I mean, they look like runes.
Sufi's mind is wandering back to the
Oh
farm.
well.
He's thinking of the wall.
Chuck them out the window.
While we're looking at things, I do have a note. I forgot to put it in my inventory. Like a note with a lizard in it and a strange language on it. I don't know if I showed it to the group.
I know a lot of languages, just saying.
None of you speak this language.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
No.
we have
We have been
have
through
checked
this.
this.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
We also don't have anyone that can cast tongues either.
Yeah.
I can
It's
cast
alright,
tongues,
there's
but
not
that's
many-
that's only spoken.
Between us, there can't be that many languages.
what's the
Not-
thing where you
not
can
supposed to.
read?
Comprehend languages,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
broken bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or-
Or-
Well, I
being-
made it easy for you and picked useless ones.
Or being a warlock, right? So you can get the
yeah.
Runic
Eyes of the
guys, yeah.
Rune Keeper.
yeah, which is like one of the most powerful abilities whenever you
And yet-
have an RP heavy setting.
And yeah, I prefer that over Devil's Sight. Yeah, no, they just look like runes. And then when it comes to the note that Puck brings out is that yeah, it's got like a cute little lizard drawn on it, and then these strange, almost like scratch marks, but like you can tell like there was some form of language. If people feel so inclined, you can make an intelligence check with it to see if you can try and put 2 and 2 together.
I don't think it's something Sophia would know.
I might. But just a straight int roll.
Intelligence is
Might have
not
seen
my
some
thing
scratches
tonight.
before. No, apparently not.
It's like maybe this is like a thieves' cant, but in rune. You know.
I'd say 12 isn't high enough, but like you recognize it as like it is a language, and it's you have got a shit ton of languages. You know what? I'm feeling nice. this is, very strange looking scripture, as it were, and it was in the hands of like gremlins. Like maybe they're connected to goblins. Perhaps it's goblin.
Where did you get it again?
Literally in the Gremlin Tower.
It was in the box. The health.
The
No,
box
no,
with the-
no.
it was
It
not
was.
in the box. It was
No, it was-
randomly.
What's in the box? Yeah.
I
it
mean-
was-
Couldn't the gremlins have done that?
Maybe.
I know that's not what you said, Tom.
no, yeah, that's a
I
good take.
mean, they did not look very literally inclined.
Ah, maybe they're the leader or something. Smarter than the rest.
Maybe. Oh wait, the leader has to be smarter than everyone else? Why is Aster not leading us?
I think you answered your own question.
Yeah, I promise you, I'm not the smartest here.
But also, it's the most courageous and brave heroes that lead groups, right?
Oh, then why is Sufi not leading us?
Is Sophie a hero?
Sophie, are you a hero?
He's sleeping by the
He just
fire.
smiles and just goes, "That is a secret."
Insight check.
Do you want to inside check me? Go. Go on, hit me.
Just
the
because
coach.
I think it's probably obvious, but Figure will fail. That's why I want to roll it.
Well, roll a d20.
It is. Oh yeah, no, I have to roll for it.
Just roll a d20
Oh, that's
and then
funny.
Yeah.
tell me your total in private.
Yeah.
I was not
Oh, do you want me to do a private roll?
joke.
I think
Yeah, because it could be persuasion or it can be.
do I do a
deception.
private gem roll, right?
Yeah, that would make more sense. Be forgetting how
It's
fast
plus
we
0
were.
either way, so it doesn't matter.
What
It's a
is
secret.
your what is your perception on this Figgle? What does Figgle think?
I imagine he's full of shit.
Um,
And also, it's not like Sufi's kind of shifty, as described by himself. So it's
Yeah,
I take everything with a grain of salt, really.
Yeah. I would say based on him being a bit shifty in that moment, your perception of that does not change.
Okay.
Yeah. hard to tell.
Yeah.
He's a
So the curtain is
maybe.
wrenched back, and both Nedrick and Sakara sort of there trays, and they lay down a fish pie in its entirety with it's a very classic fish pie where one of the like a very small trout is sort of half baked in and half out, with its like head and tail popping out on either side. Fish pie, and then there is a selection of bread and some cheeses, wine, a few other bits. Nothing too fancy in regards to the alcohol. Like that can get a bit expensive, but they do the best on the home fixtures here. And there's some homemade chutneys and what have you. And as she puts the chutneys down on the table, she puts over what looks like a very homemade jar to you, Ari, not pardon me, Trix. It's like, well, wasn't quite sure what to make you, but this is some of our homemade chutney actually, and it goes quite well with a number of things. That being meat is quite good. A nice ham sandwich, it goes well in, and some cheese in there as well.
You.
We like to call them cheese and pickle sandwiches.
Trix is gonna grab a spoon and literally just have like a teaspoon of it, and just like,
It's very sweet.
ooh, I
Sweet?
like it. Thank you.
It's
Yeah.
sweet fish.
No.
No,
The
chutney.
Bro.
chutney. Chutney.
It's like a jam thing.
I was so confused. Sorry. I was like, a fish pie is sweet? What?
Yeah, if you want a visual of it, then just look up the summer pie. Wait, no. Which
Admiral's Pie.
Admiral's Pie from RuneScape. There you go.
Plus 5 fishing boost. I used one of those the other day.
I thought it was
Needed-
going to
I
be a
need-
Stargazy's pie. I was getting really excited.
I needed to. I have 60 fishing. I needed to do Swan Song. I needed 62 fishing, so boosted.
But yes, food is brought out. It is presented, and you guys can eat and drink the night away. Is there anything in particular you guys want to talk about for the rest of this night? If anyone wants to take anyone off to the side.
Yes, actually, while
It's that ginger woman.
while we're all there, you mentioned your temple was attacked by guys using runes, and Trix got attacked by guys who had runes on their nets. Could you maybe describe to each other what those runes were, and maybe if there is like some kind of connection there? Because we seem to have a rune problem. So, maybe you have common enemies.
I will take out. So one of the things that I took from my attackers was a cord, like a burnt cord, that had charms on it, and the charms have these like roughly like scratched, kind of like half finished runes. But I'll take that out and I'll put it on the table, and I'll just like, does that look familiar to you?
Does it look familiar?
Asta, describe to me how you would react to seeing something that was part of one of the worst days of your life, or the worst day of your life.
No taking, baby!
I love that half of that was just incomprehensible.
It's also an incredibly smart thing.
He's French,
I know
like,
exactly what you
let's do
said.
this.
Yeah, I know exactly what you said, but I didn't hear it.
I mean, first of all, it would be shock. Just kind of staring at it. I think unconsciously he would probably either reach up to his eye, or like the pendant around his neck, and just kind of. I do think we have common enemies. That's. You took that from one of them.
Yeah.
Then we have to find them.
Trix is gonna like reach over with both of her hands because they're really small, and take the one hand that's not holding, and she'll just like, I'm really sorry.
It's one of the best leads that you've found.
In this moment right here, as Trix's hands land and go to comfort you, and you've said this, there's a familiar voice in your head, Asta. Interesting. Let's have a look. And then your eyes go completely white and you go bone rigid, and you are flying high in the sky, and just in your peripheral vision, you see the wings of like a raven or something flying through the air, and you recognize the mountain in front of you, and as you swoop towards it, the bird dives down, and as it dives, you see directly ahead of you, towards the foot of the mountain, seems to be some fires, perhaps some tents and stuff, using these incredible eyes from this bird, from a bird's eye view, and then sucked back out and into yourself, and you're back in the room. And this like happened over like a matter of seconds, but your eyes visibly went like clouded completely over, and Trix, you would have been like looking directly towards them.
As if I notice him coming back, I'll just be like, "Are you okay?"
I don't know. There's fires at the mountain. Those people that went up there. I'm guessing that it's them. But I don't know. I was a bird, and and I was
Trix
seeing
reaches a
through
hand
the
up to
eyes.
his forehead.
Are you
Shifty
crewmate?
whine away.
Yeah.
You're
I-
fucking weird, man. You were giant, and now you're a bird for 5 seconds.
No,
What is
I
going on?
I was seeing through its eyes.
How?
I have no fucking clue.
Yeah, you're fucking weird.
Yeah, next he will be a cat.
No.
More cats.
Are you jealous?
No, I'm not. This
Not
sounds
you,
strange.
That was definitely me.
Oh,
No, he's smiling. But when I say smiling, toothy, not smile at all.
No, I saw through the eyes of a raven, and I saw the mountain.
I have heard weirder things.
Do you
So-
think you are seeing it as it is, or perhaps as it will be, or maybe was? Are we certain that this is a now thing?
I don't know. You could be right, but I think we go with the assumption that it is current.
Right.
That there are people there, and
I kind
Go
of
ahead.
have to ask, which is, what do the both of you, or maybe Aster's people, what do they have in common that they would be attacked by the same people? Like, that seems relevant to the question. You are a small person coming from in the middle of the forest, according to you, and you tripped, you said, and bam, you were magic. And he's raised in a temple, from what I gathered, which is not much because he's not talking. And why are the both of you attacked by random people with runes? Like, before we go into the fire and get rocks thrown at us.
You ask that like we know.
I mean, maybe you
The
do.
only- the only connection we have is those runes, the protective runes at the temple, and there's a sense of familiarity. I don't have a connection, a direct connection, but it could be that is the link. I
As
don't
for
know.
me, I mean, I'd never seen anything like this until suddenly I had an ability I'd never had before. And if they're interested in runes, and so apparently I have some sort of an affinity with runes, as to their motives, I couldn't tell you, but I would imagine there's a connection there.
We could. You said your friends at the inn that they saw the people coming through. Maybe we could show them either the stone-bound sigil or the charms that Trix picked up, and maybe they will recognize either of those things.
Perhaps, but I don't believe they stayed. They just saw them on the road, so it might have just been a passing glance. But we might as well try.
What are you doing?
Do you want me to go ask? I can take.
I mean, they are your friends in your
Well,
temple, mate.
Of course, but that doesn't belong to me. That is not something that I
Oh.
took.
What's the cord?
Yeah,
I mean, if it would help, I mean, I'd like it back if possible, but
of course.
yeah. Go ahead.
So you're just taking the cord over?
follow on.
Do we have like a piece of something that had the symbol of the Stonebound Oath or whatever?
Yes,
drawn
and
on
I
it?
pull
do.
out
We do. Yeah.
the
Okay.
banner thing.
So we go over with both of them.
Who do you go to?
Was it Callum or Nedrick that said he saw them? Or was it
Both were sort of involved in that conversation.
both? Okay. Well, I'll go to Calla first.
Okay.
Calla, I have a question.
Oh, what? One woman asked. I just need to, and she finishes like pushing down something through like a squeezer, and then what can I help you with, love?
When those strangers passed through, did they have anything that looked like this, or like this? We show them both the beads or the cord and the symbol.
I mean, I kind of recognize the symbol from a distance. The whatever this cord is, I'm not quite sure, but the symbol. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think I saw that on one of their carriages from a distance. Why? Who are they? Do I not want to know?
Well, I mean, it might be safer for you not to know. It's up to you.
She like, looks around, and you would have had to walk into the kitchen area for this, and she goes and just pulls the shutter down on the pass-through area, and she turns. She was like, walks up to you and holds one of your hands in both of hers, and she's like, "Look, love, I know you've been alone. I am here. I know I'm not your mother, but perhaps it's best I don't know all the details. But if you think I could help you in some way by knowing, then you can tell me."
I just want you to keep an eye out for this symbol and stay away from anybody who wears it.
Noted. I'm not going to let the others know. It'd be best if they're just left in ignorance.
Aye.
She pulls you into like a bit of a small, like brief embrace, and Axel's like, "All right. I mean, is there anything else I can help you with?"
No, thank you, Carl.
I want to finish up here and get to bed. I'm tired. I need to be up in a few hours.
Yeah. Do you need any help? Like the old times?
We'll spend some time with your friends.
Okay. Thank you.
You can make your way back to the booth.
I think there's a connection. The people that they saw coming through had this on one of their carts, so I think we can assume that it's the same people.
They
Or
had
a group
cord
of the
thing
same.
or the sigil.
The symbol on one of their carts. It was out in the open.
They're clearly not trying very hard to hide themselves. That's interesting. Why would you
maybe-
brazenly advertise yourself?
There might be like different level of it. You could have a sect, which is like widely spread, and then you have like high executive and people who decide. You know, when I was in Sea Haven, you have the legitimate side of the business, and then you have the people actually doing things.
But those that aren't legitimate carrying around the exact same symbol as the legitimate business. That seems
You're
a bit.
No, I mean,
odd.
like the one that attacked Trix maybe did not intend for the symbol to get. No, not the one that attacked us. Because it was the symbol was supposed to be hidden, and we kind of ripped it off, right?
I'm hidden or not, though. It seems strange to carry it around if you're trying to keep your whole organization a secret. I just think they're growing bolder.
No one is accusing like people to be smart. It's...
On that, I can agree with you, but I just think they're growing bolder.
We still don't know why, though. Like, why would they go after a halfling, and why would they go after your temple, and why would they go after us? What did we do to them?
Well, I mean, if giants are meant to be this incredible, vaguely mythological, hardly seen, magical fucking thing, people covet that kind of thing. So if there's a presumed connection somewhere, it makes sense that they would be after it if it could benefit them in some way. I don't profess to know how a fanatic thinks, but I'm sure there's something that they think they can gain.
I kind of need to be reminded, for how much money are we doing this? Because I'm kind of rethinking the whole thing.
Where's the channel?
I know nothing about money. I'm just...
It was 1,800 gold.
You guys are getting paid?
Okay. Okay. Well, unless our local expert on Stonebound knows anything, I guess we're kind of stuck there, right? And I look to Sufi.
He's sort of been. I mean, he was a bit hungry, so he's been. I think not very involved in the conversation. He's been eating, but he's been listening the whole time. And thank you, Tom, for pinging me and reminding me. So there's something in the past where Tom gave me some information that I didn't share, unsurprisingly, about some words I'd heard. Obviously, this is me talking, not Sophia. Some words I'd heard in the city. And I didn't understand, I think, until we started talking now, that I didn't understand why the words were relevant. So I just didn't bring them up because I didn't get what Tom was trying to tell me. But Sophian sort of for once, is not focused on what he's eating and turns and says, well, these runes are ancient, yes. Have you considered that maybe the oath that they are bound to keep is to stop whatever power lies in these runes from being, what is the word? Woken up. They do not wish to gain something, but to stop.
Are we the baddies?
When aren't we?
Power is power. It is neither good nor evil. It is simply... Tom, fuck off! Life is for the living, or whatever the fuck Percy said. Life needs stuff to live.
Yeah, that's the quote. Power is power.
Yeah, power is power.
It is neither inherently good nor evil. It's simply in its usage.
Yeah, so all you're telling me is that you've not been in contact with people with power.
Mm-hmm.
The power
If it's
is
locked
not
away,
inherently evil. The people are.
Yeah, but that's kind of a non sequitur. Like, if you're saying power is not evil, but as when people get it, people get evil, then yeah.
No, I think that it's more. I think more trying to say that power is used to do evil. In the same way that a car does not drive, the person drives a car.
Yeah,
but the car is the means of driving.
That's semantics, right?
Guns don't kill people. Robbers do.
People kill people.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, that is literally the logic, though, because the gun
Yeah.
in that context, the gun is the power, right? So.
Exactly. That's why Puck is like, yeah, maybe we did not pull the gun.
If you simply do not let people gain power in the first place, then nothing can ever go wrong.
Just to be clear, that's a
Theoretically.
quote from a song, like a lyric. So I wasn't just trying to shit talk guns.
And yeah, we hadn't considered it, but then people would have attacked the temple of whatever. Oh, I can't believe we did not ask. What is it a temple of?
It's the Temple of Zephyr.
Yeah, okay, but can you develop maybe a bit? Like, are we gonna face storms? Are we gonna face, I don't know, the fuck is it? Like, what's Zephyr? What's the domain? What is awaiting us?
Well, if you had simply read the lore pages, you'd know the answer to this question.
Fuck is ignorant. Very ignorant. I have read the lore pages.
I see. Seriously, you're not speaking, Buckers. I stand down.
Zephyr is the Lord of the Winds, and music, and life. But
It's a very weird group.
Yeah, that's a weird Venn diagram.
well,
Yeah.
the spirit of life, not life itself. The
Wait, are you telling me you come from the temple of fun?
of
you
music,
don't look
and
like it.
meditation, and peace.
Man has been
If
through
you'd seen what I've
trauma,
seen-
bro.
If you'd seen what I'd seen, you would not be thinking fun.
Trauma? What's that? Do you eat it?
Trix is gonna attempt to just shove a spoon of chutney in Puck's mouth. Stop talking, dude.
Sweet.
Puck, can you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
You're allergic.
It's allergic. It's got.
Shit, there's gluten.
It's the world's first gluten chutney.
It's just got like flour in it or something.
No, he's been eating the bread fine. It's the chutney that's killing him.
Oh, damn. Nice.
Yeah, the bread's gluten free. It's made of like
No,
As
it's just
pumpernickel or
the
whatever.
French have some kind of like special thing where they can only process gluten if it's in bread.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
nothing else.
Right, so Puck's
So,
French, like
If it's a
French
baguette,
now
it's
as
fine.
well.
Yeah, spiritually French. Yeah.
No, there's no such thing as bread
Yeah,
spirited in my
French
game.
got you. French got you.
Also, Puck is not gluten free. He was just being a pest.
We live in an alternate universe where the Angevin Empire was continued.
No, Puck, as you say these words, about Asta in the situation, and he's like, maybe it's what you said, but it's a combination of what Asta says, like, if you'd seen what I'd seen. And in that moment of you then grab and hold the chutney, smile on your face, freezes, and your eyes go completely white, and there's just a moment where you are transferred to a moment, like a vision where you're stumbling backwards. Your hands don't look the same, but covered in blood, and you're scrambling, trying to push backwards. You don't even know why, but you look forward ahead of you, and not too far off, there's a group of individuals, like say 2 or 3, who have holding down this white laid sort of individual, very light colors, who is holding up what seems to be like a lute, as these individuals just smack them with clubs. And one pulls and draws out a dagger, and just goes in and shanks them between the ribs, and then pulls it up, and then just pushes past the lute, stab one eye, stab the other eye, and they're just screaming like heretics almost at this point. And then you're back, and there is just the smell of iron in your nose.
Who did that? Who got into my head?
You okay?
No one gets into my head. I get into people's head. Who got into my head?
presumably Asta would have recognized what happened. No, I would recognize because I just saw it happen twice. Ha!
Oh yeah.
So the thing that happened to Asta with the eyes and he
The-
apparently was a bird, that just happened to you.
I was not a bird. I
Okay, but what I'm saying
was-
is that what happened physically, it's the same thing.
Well, I don't know what happened, but it better not happen again.
Describe what you
said-
saw.
I
Believe
saw,
in.
I saw a guy getting massacred, I guess. He got beaten, and then he got stabbed, and then they plucked his eye out with knives. He had the loot. So I'm guessing it's related to your temple of music.
Aye.
Yeah, there were like 3 or 4 people. Did you have your hands covered in blood? Did I just get projected into your past, man?
From what it sounds like, yes.
I'm gonna disconnect my psychic link to Aster.
Locked.
Yeah, block.
Or ignored.
Yeah.
You went on a first date and he's ghosting you now.
Yeah. To be fair, very Puck. Puck is trying not to show it, but he's definitely shaken, and it's actually very easy to see, very shaken up, because more like by the intrusion into his mind than by the events. But yeah, he's not well.
Asta, how long has that been happening to you?
Do I remember it happening before? I don't. We think we've
Yeah.
talked about it.
It's been very rare though. And the fact like something like this has happened and also to someone else near you is not something that you have seen before. In the past, it's been glimpses. It's like how you found the temple and why it took so long is that it was very glimpses detached. Why it took literal years for you to be able to find the temple.
Not with this frequency or clarity, and it's never happened that someone's seen what I've seen. I think it's we're getting nearer to the temple, so maybe that's causing it to happen more often. I don't know.
Well, there is magical fuckery going on, because you're seeing things, I'm seeing things, we got things projected into our head. You are a cleric, right? Like, you have a god and everything, and you pray and you get like magic and things. Can't you like
In a way.
ask questions and maybe, analyze what's going on? I don't know.
I mean, barely. Not in a meaningful way. It's quite difficult to interpret what a lightning strike means.
A lightning strike.
Yeah.
Your god communicates via storm. That's not practical.
Yeah.
Something just proved they could send visions. Why not visions? Visions sounds useful.
Yeah. But it's not for me to presume what a being like that would do. Or should do.
Start presuming, man. You will never get anywhere otherwise.
We're also assuming it's a god sending the visions.
If it's not the gods, we've just been attacked, so I'm trying to stay positive. It must be your influence.
I mean, it could just be a person trying to guide us somewhere for some other purpose. Maybe a patron of some description, or a wannabe patron. Or just an
Whoever
enemy
it
of the
is.
Stonebound that want us to deal with it. I mean, there are so many options.
I mean, whoever it is seems to have my best interests in their, well, in their heart, wherever that may be. So, I don't know. But they've looked after me, and so I try not to question it.
That's a terrible way to go about people who help you. You should question it, dude.
Why?
You don't question why people do things?
No?
Okay, no, but I'm gaining insight into how you function.
But what I mean is that not everybody has an ulterior motive. I mean, you asked why I helped your friends on the road. I didn't have a reason to. They were in trouble. Not everyone has. It's not always that deep.
I'm not talking about deep, but I want to know if you're helping me out of the goodness of your heart, or if you expect a reward, you know? And you said it's out of the goodness of your heart. Goody us.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Didn't you say that you're in this for the money?
Yeah, I am. But I'm
I mean,
very...
he's honest.
I'm being very forthcoming in comparison to your god or whatever patron you have. Like, what do I do? Lightning strike. Oh, thank you.
How about you go ask a god and see if you get a response?
There's a reason
Let
why
alone-
I'm not the cleric here. Like, those don't go well usually.
I think you need to stop stealing from them first.
The fuck you mean?
He's
I've never stolen
still
anything in my
God?
life.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, sorry. Did I? Did is it just Sufi that's learned it? Sorry.
So see if you knew about the shrine.
Or one of the things, yeah.
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 You
And then
might have...
no one knows about the pilgrim.
No.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think it's a very reasonable assumption.
Yeah,
Fact is, it's supposed to go on.
I'm not shocked by the assumption.
Yeah.
Hello, additional person.
Oh, you may have not seen her.
No.
She's very sweet.
It's a very
I've
fancy
gathered
green
this from
screen.
her wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all CGI.
This is my AI girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's
I
gruff.
fully programmed and rendered an AI girlfriend just to flex on stream.
But don't have her hear her call her a girlfriend.
It's
Be
also
at the
like
house.
false lemonade that she poured me.
Nice.
Not even vodka. There's the point in. Yeah. Biggle,
Yeah.
what are you doing at the moment?
I left the table when I said I left.
I
Yeah.
didn't hear that. So what are you doing?
Good question.
Enjoying his sweet.
It got a bit crazy for Figgle with all the magic stuff. He just like that's if you look at it from an outside perspective, it's fucking weird.
Yep.
Like you,
Mhm.
I grew up in a little town and I hunt and my brother picked mushrooms and everyone's got a normal ass typical job. Then we've got a halfling that grows 3 times their size and has giant adjacent runes on them, and this fucking Aster guy who has like an eye patch and is cloudy and showing people visions and saying he's a raven. Yeah, it got way too much for Figglebot.
Where have you gone? What are you doing? I love that.
Guys having the
I
time of his life.
mean, what's the
Sweet tea.
time?
It's getting into the afternoon, into the evening. Sorry, yeah. So if you just want to go to bed, you can just go to bed. Like,
I think Figgle will go to his room and take his mind off things by drawing schematics
cool.
of his Tinker Spider.
Okay.
I
Can you
love that
make?
he's like, we used to pick mushrooms and hunt things, and now I'm gonna go tinker with my spider schematic.
I'm gonna go work on this
Well,
dwarven
it's not
artifact.
magic, at least. You know,
Are you sure though?
it still abides by the rules of the world.
Can you make a? I will say for this check, can you make an intelligence check when you're doing these schematics?
Oh fuck!
Uh,
That's the first
it would
time. Why is it
wait, hang on.
intelligence check though?
It's specifically the tinkering one, but with the. So if you click on roll on it or check, and then there's a configuration abilities, change that to int, because essentially tinkering can be both int and dex based on what you're doing. And just during your progression on things you're working on, it'd be good to switch it through. Yeah, fuck.
Fair play.
Is it still +1, or I think
I rolled it with intelligence.
Are you proficient as well?
no, it's you also have the plus.
I didn't use the tool. Well, I'm just drawing schematics.
Oh.
I'm not actually taking it apart and stuff, I guess.
No, but technically these tools give you that bonus no matter what on any
all right.
tinkering tool.
Well, then it
Yeah,
would be
they're
plus
just,
2.
Yeah, 21. Cool. Yeah, like for one, you've definitely been able to take your mind off shit, and yeah, you can make like some progression based on what you're thinking about.
Nice. I'm just learning how it works. You know,
Yeah.
drawing
Yeah,
like the springs and gears in the legs and how the mechanism works.
Yeah, which is why it has to be also like an intelligence-based one as well at times.
Sure.
Okay, we'll swoop back down to the table. Who give me the vibe of the table right now?
I think Sophian's in a bit of a cog turning because and mostly because a couple of weeks ago, well, I guess it was a month ago now, you sent me a message that didn't make any sense to me, so I didn't bring it up. Now it's like a month later, I've finally gone, maybe it makes sense after all. But I think Sven's also a bit tired because we've been traveling, so he's gonna go curl up.
Yeah,
but it doesn't sleep for a while. He's just lying there pondering.
Just making some biscuits.
Does Sufi make biscuits?
No, he's not that cat.
So sad.
He's not a fucking kid. That's uncouth. Oh, so we're left with Asta, Puck, and Trix.
Puck is kind of freaked out by the vision, and I think he's gonna fall back on coping mechanism. Ergo, he's gonna go steal
Theft?
shit.
Yeah.
Instead of hide your wives, it's a hide your shrines, hide your pilgrimage. pilgrims.
Also, no, I think he feels personally offended by this intrusion, and he strongly feels like it felt like a punition, right? Like he made fun of Aster's faith, and in the same breath, he got a vision of why Aster's traumatized, right? So, if I've seen anything that indicates like some kind of like a shrine or something to Zephyr in the house, I might go there. If I haven't seen that, I might not actually go steal anything. I might actually go to the window and kind of stare at the rain, like kind of in a petulant way, like you don't get into my head and get to tell me what I should feel, which is a very teenagery way of dealing with things.
You're not
So-
my real mom.
Couple of things on that, and you would see like coming in here, you'd know that for like Zephyr, the shrine, especially with like bards and musicians playing in here, the stage and that area would be the shrine. Like that is the shrine. And that there is, like a small box where people can make donations to these musicians and stuff, and they're not necessarily clerics or anything. Like they are musicians, and this is a god that is tied quite closely to bards and musicians and stuff, but they're not like strictly religious or anything. It's just something that is tied towards that flavor. Like Zephyrus is a minor god who falls under Aquilian.
Oh. Would I know that? Because I would, because it's a sea divinity.
Yeah, I would say you'd say, like, everyone would safely know that.
Yeah. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm kind of gonna slink to the hat where they gather, the box where they gather money. But I'm not gonna try to steal it. I think I'm gonna drop the Aquilian medallion in there, and I'm gonna go like kind of whisper in what he thinks is a very dramatic thing, but is not. It's kind of lame. He's gonna kind of say to the box, "Stay out of my head," and drop the medallion inside.
Can you make 2 rolls for me?
Sure.
First roll, can you make an intimidation roll?
Oh, Mal.
And then can you make a religious?
So intimidation,
Roll.
the -1 thing, right? Worse. And then religion, that's the +1 thing.
As you drop it in there, and you mutter these words, as this pendant drops and then hits, you expect to hear the clatter of metal on metal. You hear almost like a water droplet sound. And I would say there is a sense of cold that sort of goes through you, but it's not like a horrible cold. It's actually has Puck ever visited the Aquilian Temple in Sea Haven on one of the lesson days?
I think he has, not because he wanted to, but because like everyone did it and he was bored. It was kind of a follow the movement thing.
Okay. So you would know that, like, they talk about blessings and what they do, and so one of the, like, you felt this feeling before, and it's takes you straight back to that moment where you were listening to them, however you interpret it, and oh, this is just a whole load of bollocks, and what have you. But like, you feel similar in that situation, and just from like a meta perspective, for the next 24 hours, you have a blessing from Aquilian.
Wait, I got blessed for returning a thing I stole? You're opening a can of worm right there.
Hey, I mean, fuck around and find out, I guess.
Yeah,
Not
that's
how
what
I would
I've,
interpret that. Yep.
that's what I've been doing the whole time, so... Thank you, okay.
So you gain a +1 to bonus to any navigation checks for the next 24 hours.
Okay, so I'm basically a pigeon now. Cool.
Ravens, pigeons, I mean, fuck.
Yeah.
It's very much a blessing that sailors and stuff go to and get from this temple before they go out on long voyages, even if it is just for that first 24 hours, and they might get their ships blessed and what have you. But then you can continue on and react to that how you wish or not, and carry on your day. You wouldn't actually know you've been blessed, but it's there.
I think like he's gonna react like he's not gonna tell anyone, but internally he's like kind of almost offended. It feels almost like someone playing a joke on him, right? And he's like, he doesn't like being the butt of the joke when he can't answer. And despite his bravado, he's very aware that you don't go into a prank war with gods. You steal from them, and they have to play by the rules. But if you go into like that kind of thing, you're gonna lose, and he doesn't like to lose. So he's lost. He doesn't like it.
Interesting.
Puck is actually just a petulant teenager, and I love it.
Oh yeah,
I would-
no. This is all like maybe over interpretation. He's very much projecting a lot of things onto this.
I think during this moment, just because I like this moment, I'm going to say you gain a point of heroic resolve.
Thank you.
And yeah, what is Trix and Asta doing, if anything? As you're left alone in this booth.
Yeah. You know, I don't know if I've made it a calling or if it's become a calling, but helping people has become something really important to me. I don't know how to help right now, but for whatever reason, we've clearly been drawn together to deal with whatever this is. So I'm gonna do whatever I can to help. And even if all I can do is be here, then that's what I'm gonna do.
I'm sure you can do more than just be here.
Well, certainly try. And
I
I
mean,
really am sorry about everything that you've... I know something of loss. Certainly not to that level. So I'm sorry.
Thank you. I'm sorry for yours. You know, the temple was once a place where people came to say goodbye, to listen to the winds and attain peace. But maybe that's what we're doing now. Our own pilgrimage back.
Tom's face! Yeah, I like that. Closure is important.
Wait, so I kind of missed the mark with the god of fun then.
What's music, inspiration, kind of life?
Listen, any country song will tell you music is not always fun.
Especially if it's a woman's song. A woman singing, rather.
Yeah. Listen to any Taylor Swift song before she started dating the football player, you know?
I'm not gonna do that.
I'm not going to do either one of those things.
Yeah, honestly, no.
I'll watch a real sport. Esports Impact every week on a Thursday and Friday.
Wednesday and Thursday.
Fuck.
I thought they scrapped that.
They have, just
No.
we have to finish this season. Anyway,
Saudi
Okay,
money.
this has been a revelatory evening, and I think that my brain is fit to burst. So I'm gonna head to bed. But I hope that you rest well. I know that it's been a rough day, so
It's certainly been a day.
give him a
Alright.
pat on the hand and scamper off.
Did you
Do a lot of
did you
scampering.
did you take the jar with you?
What did I get the sense that the whole jar was intended for me, or that it was meant to be just?
Yeah, you
held
were
with
given
me?
like a one that is like shut up and
Oh yeah, no,
not
I take
open.
it with me.
Yeah, then you
Yoink.
can add like the weird water rest chucking.
Nice. I'll do that in a minute. I've got a dog on my lap.
Cool. Asta, do you go to bed?
I think I go to my room and then I spend some time with the puzzle box.
Okay.
Ooh.
Make a
Yeah.
intelligence
It's doing a
check
Rubik's
with
Cube.
disadvantage.
Intelligence check with disadvantage. Fuck.
It's unfortunate.
I mean, you're sleeping there in the room, which is not the one you're familiar with here. But it's still home. But your mind is also very much distracted by multiple things. The fact that the intrusion on Puck's own mind and however Asta feels about that, your own sight through the eyes of a bird, Figgle getting up and leaving the table, and Sufi's interest in thinking minds, the information in which he had, the connection to Trix, the memories and thinking of the temple earlier on in the day, ARC-9 essentially activating, and who knows if and when that will be back. And fortunately, in a lot of ways, it's potentially going to return with some very handy and useful information if it does. But there's a lot going on in your mind, so you do not fucking make any progress on that puzzle box in any way.
I feel like he just gives up in frustration after like 30 minutes.
So, you can all have a long rest, and maybe the last for quite a while. So, everyone take your long rest to make sure to recover everything, sort your spells out, because that is an important thing. Takes a long rest to change up your spells here.
Just do that quickly. Oh no, I can't.
For those of you that have them.
Remember the good old days of having spell.
I don't know how spells.
I mean, I do. There are 2 currently living characters in this world that I have made that are spellcasters. So if the worst happens,
that's a cool assumption.
Well, yeah, to be fair, both of them might be dead. No,
Yeah, living.
Kill them off screen. It's like you know, The Simpsons when the dog died on the way back from Mars. It's like both my characters died on the way home.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna put this on. There's no music being playing. You guys wake up. Seems like it's a pretty windy day. Biggle, can you roll 1d100? Let's see what the weather is actually.
Oh god, if it's another storm, I swear.
I feel like it's always just rain.
Yeah, this is we don't get low rolls for weather usually. This is different.
Verdant,
It's not. It's
sunny
almost
day.
always in the 70s range when we roll for
13.
weather. 13, yeah.
All this number is how many millimeters of rain are falling.
I think there's a gentle breeze. The sun isn't out, especially in the morning. Obviously on that front, but it seems like it's going to be like an overcast day. But seemingly isn't going to be tipping it down. And to be fair, the day before didn't seem like it was going to be tipping it down. But
We've ended up in England somehow.
Hey, I go with what I fucking know. It's either that or really arid Mediterranean weather. Is the two things I know. And it rained a shit ton in Malta. So yes, you guys can make your way down if you want. If there's anything in particular you want to do in your rooms or what have you before you do, tell me now or forever hold your peace.
Is there anything?
Go ahead.
Is there anything worth looking at in my fancy room? You said there's the mirror, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything else that would be like shocking?
No, the mirror is definitely like the standout thing. There's no like glass in the windows. Like they're just shuttered. So like you'd open them up and be able to see out and what have you. But like the mirror itself is like a big statement, a big thing. It's not like a usual thing for people to be able to just have. In that instance. So.
And is there any, luxurious buff for sleeping in such a nice room?
Actually,
Oh,
That is actually a very good point. The one thing I always fucking
Oh.
forget about.
You're gonna find a
It's-
collapsible bucket.
Oh my god, I forgot about that bucket.
Yeah, we'll see that.
Oh
when
yeah,
that
we've
comes in.
left our most glamorous piss bucket in the presidential suite.
Hey, it's used. Let me talk amongst yourselves for a second.
Talking
Uh,
amongst ourselves for a second.
I'm when we leave, so not right now, but when we leave the inn, I'm gonna connect the psychic link to everyone but Aster. Good thing I can't because I have a limit of 3 persons. So too bad,
Oh, what
but
a shame.
Aster is gonna be left out.
Does it work
okay.
both ways?
Yes, but you have to go through me to speak to someone else. So I can listen in if you speak with someone else, but it goes both ways.
switchboard operator.
Yeah, basically.
So there could be a buff if you guys wanted to stay here for another couple of days.
Oh,
But no,
fine.
you like essentially you have to spend like a minimum of 3 days in the place to then receive a buff.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. So just to reiterate, and I'll repost this in the. I'll actually add this to the homebrew documents. It was a work in progress, but there's basic rested, comfortably rested, and luxuriously rested, and there's like specific buffs based on the place you go to. Basic rested, like for anyone, if all of you just stayed in the basic bitch room in this place for 3 days, for essentially 2 days, you'd then gain an additional 25% of your level in hit dice, rounded down per day of rest. So you'd have like an extra, what is it, 2 hit dice each day, which is pretty pog, especially for like long days of travel.
Like now, it would be
like
useful
now.
now.
Yeah, so if you're going to go into the wilderness for a while, you can go somewhere, stop for a bit, and then do it.
Yeah, and like comfortably rested gives another a fucking another form of inspiration as well. A 1d4 specifically, and then also that enters into specific benefits based on the resting location as well. So that, like, if you stay in like a really fancy
retreat.
hotel that is spa retreat, like it would be then based around that. Or if you stay in a place that is very specifically like combat training or what have you, then you might get a buff for that or whatever, that you then gain advantage or whatever on your first attack of the fight. Or I don't know, it would be very dependent on that situation, and we'll go on the fly. But you do have to spend some time in those in the places to be able to gain it. It's not just an overnight thing, which I'll review. But and like, if you guys wanted, you could just safely say that you guys stay here for a couple of days to just relax before you go out into the wilderness, because you are going off road, and there's very few people here who have properly done that. And you're going into a dangerous situation.
I'm fine
I'm down.
staying. Yeah.
As long as it doesn't get hit by a rock while we're there.
True.
Y'all are the one
mean-
who wanted to rush the temple, so.
Did we provision ourselves up for the trip?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, we got loads in the cart. Yeah.
We did.
Yeah. Do we want to make sure the cart is like just everything is good? I mean, I'm assuming it's
You'll be fine.
Well,
yeah.
luxurious accommodation to me sounds like we do not have to be super aware of security.
So this place
This would be
definitely can't.
comfortably. Yeah.
So this place basically can't do luxuriously rested for everyone. That would require you each to have your own like separate room, or share like room if you guys aren't so inclined. Like 2 people like per room essentially on that front. But then like comfortably rested, that is essentially the equivalent of Biggle's room at the top, which is then 2 gold per night, and then otherwise basic rested, it would be essentially the private room, or even the like 4 silver a day, common shared one as well. So if you guys want, you can spend 3 days here just relaxing, eating, preparing mentally.
I don't think Figgle would. I mean, I'm happy if people want to stay here, but I don't think Figgle would stay here for 3 days.
I also feel like in Sophian's head, this is a threat that is actively causing harm. And given he has been tasked with resolving it, he wouldn't want to leave it to continue to do harm.
Yeah.
Trix is finally
So
got a beat,
wouldn't
bro.
want
I want to get going.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Let's make our lives harder. Come on.
Yeah. Like, I
Come
mean,
on.
just the counterpoint on that logic, and I do not give a shit which way you guys go on this front, is that, you know, you'd also know that you'd want to be able to succeed in this front. And you'd know, like, being well rested is part of that sort of process of being able to take on these big jobs, this big situation. It's fine. You guys are in a hurry. You feel like you have a time crunch, so we all
I would
move on.
say that, especially Sven's case, that is a lesson he's probably not yet learned.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So
Yeah, no, yeah,
do it.
that makes complete sense.
If anyone, it should be Puck, right? Because I sleep rough all the time, ish.
You know, Puck is
Whereas
like,
Puck is
but-
used to having a bed.
I'm like, but there is a roof here. We could stay.
Feel
Food's
free.
really good.
Yeah.
Got shit to do.
It's got Kyle.
Good old Kyle.
Also, like your friend Nardin, I don't remember.
Nedrick.
Your friend Nedrick is terrible at dice. It's very fun.
Yeah, he is pretty bad actually.
Yeah, but he can't stop. It's very fun. You should try.
I would like you to stop ripping off my friends.
I did not rip him off. I did not even have to. That's the beauty of it.
I did not hit them. I did not.
I feel like if you have to say how easy it is to win, there's a point where it gets to start thinking that you're ripping them off.
What?
Becomes exploitative, I think is what he means.
Can you repeat that word slowly?
Exploitative.
I don't know what that means.
To exploit someone.
No.
To take advantage.
I think he's being in character, Tom.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hard
This
to
is
tell
why you
because you
need a
both speak at the
voice.
same.
That's why you need a voice.
And you're French, so I'm like, well, maybe,
Yeah,
you know, lost in
well,
translation.
You try to do a full game of D&D in another language, and then you try to do a voice, okay?
I can barely do it in English.
Puck needs to be like German or something. It has to happen.
Yeah. I need
Quick
to
question,
speak in that accent.
Yeah.
How far away from the river?
Well, it's technically the bay. It's the weird bay, as it were. It's a fucking giant brackish watered bay. You're probably like a few minute walk. There's like a pathway that goes down to it. 5 minutes.
Okay. I would have gotten up a little bit before dawn and just gone down to the bay to do my like dawn ritual. So
Wrong
Not another
character.
one.
Wrong character, Sam.
no.
No, she does have a morning
Oh,
ritual.
another
I've
one.
taken it.
Yeah, okay. No.
In joke.
I'm not
It's
in the
okay.
water.
Okay, yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'll do my ritual there. So by the time people get down, unless anybody else got up before dawn, I would probably.
But you
already
would
be
have
down.
walked past Finn because he'd slept in the
You would
main
wake
room.
up with a blankie on you.
I think if you probably would ask as you walk out if you want company, but I presume you would say no.
I mean, if you want, I'm just going down to the river, but sure, yeah.
And then he looks at the blanket and doesn't move.
Solid.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't stick around to wait. I just go. So.
Okay.
Cool. And then as soon as I'm done with that, I'll come back.
Yep. You guys can all have breakfast. And assuming you guys are just going to leave, the cart is brought out front by Kyle. Seems like it's been looked after well. Like this morning, especially sort of knowing like that you guys are Asta's friends. He's done like some like treatment on some parts of the canvas and stuff as well. Like it's looking a little bit buffed up. Nothing crazy, but like there's like some slight noticeable parts of it. And he's like cleaned out some of like the mud from the parts and what have you. And you muted?
Oh no, I was muted for a reason. I just said that's nice, but I was talking to myself. It was not distant. Like,
Okay, sorry.
I was just appreciative.
Oh, that's nice. But yes, so you guys can all meet out front. Carla takes you aside. Aster is like, "Are you be safe up there?" Ah, I mean, if it is quite literally the whole mountain you have to fight, run the fuck away. I don't know what else it could be though.
No, but if there's a chance that this place could get squashed, then I have to go up there, don't I?
I mean, if you could check in on any of the places along the route and see if anyone's still okay. I mean, a lot of people have left, or at least they're workers, they're seasonal workers because they're too scared, or people died like Chris. But I'm definitely scared and worried about any of them. I mean, we're dependent on a lot of these resources. We've got enough for now, but it could really become an issue in the future. Like you can see, there's genuine like worry, like for these people, but then also like her business is thrives and like pushes for like local business produce. Like they're not next to a city. There's Brookside, but they're just like an inn. So that there is like multiple levels of concern of like safety and what have you. But you'll be safe. And she is going to pass you a hamper full of cheese and biscuits and what have you, and you guys can add an extra. You know what? 4 supplies. So that's 4 days worth. Nah, fuck you. That's too much. 2. You can add 2 to the cart. Someone.
Does someone do it or do?
I have a
Go
dog
ahead.
on my lap.
I can't access the card because there is the word.
You do it on the landing page.
Yeah, there you go. Then you can access it there, or you can do it in the actors one. But yeah.
Did someone do it already, or do I do it? Okay, I'm doing it.
Nope, go ahead.
Just do it.
Done.
Cool. Anything else for you guys?
On the road again.
Just saying that when we leave, connecting to the people for 3 hours, just in case something happens.
Awesome. All right. Well, we will start on the initial idea on here. I think it's about 17 hexes for you guys, and you travel 3 hexes a day because it's your average speed is actually 30, if I recall correctly, from the cart speed is 30 feet. Yes, which is a higher average than it could have been because it could just be with you have 2 short fucks.
Yeah, so we could do 18 miles a day basically. 18
miles a day on that front.
What do you mean 2 short fuckers? I got 30-foot movement speed.
Okay, you have 1 short fuck who can.
Yeah, I'm so tall.
You're very nimble.
Throw them in the cart.
Like overnight, you just grew massively long legs. Your whole body and everything else.
We went for the limb lengthening.
Yeah, I had my shins cut in half, and
if you intend for me to move the token, I can't because the game is paused.
That's fine.
Paused.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, we need to delve into some of the information on this, and I'll have to recap it next time as well. But as a reminder, along the main road and in safe places, you can short rest and rest as you want. Although technically, I changed it to be in 4 hours instead of 2 hours for a long rest. Just keep that in mind for future when you're in places that it's actually doubled to 4 hours for a short rest. But then when you are, and this would be new for you, Sam, actually. So yeah, you wouldn't have been part of this conversation initially, but essentially resting outside of safe areas, so like wilderness, dungeons, mountains, whatever. A short rest takes 8 hours, and this is essentially you sleeping and resting instead of a long rest. If you want to have a long rest, you have to have 3 short rests in a row in the same location. So like 3 nights of going through this. There
You can
are
have like an entire day of not doing anything. So you can do 3 8-hour segments in one go.
I think that's gaming the system too much.
That was how we designed it. I will point that out. The idea is that, like, let's say you travel for 5 days and then you bed down in a spot for an entire day and don't move. Basically.
Yeah. If you spend an uninterrupted 24 hours in the same place.
Yeah, exactly.
Uninterrupted. And
knowing you'll interrupt us.
and you will also be facing more situations as it goes. And just remind that you need to use your supplies. So 1 supply per day. On this, the encounter rolls and stuff are obviously going to be increased with going off path, but you're also on a trail, also a trail that has not been, it's not as heavily used, essentially. Anyway, so it's not as bad as it could have been if you were going like deep into if you're going up in towards past the Veilstone Peaks up to the north, like that would be a whole load of fun. But this is also a test, so we'll see how it goes. And if I'm just like, fuck, I don't care, and whatever. But you also have 3 roles, which is something that we've done the whole time. This is something I took inspiration from High Rollers originally, but it was also from the Lord of the Rings games that I've kind of... No, sorry. That was part of it, but then it was actually the Sly Flourish GM master, guy who does a bunch of stuff. And then I've kind of adapted that. So essentially there are 3 roles that you can take, which is the Trail Hand, the Scout, or the Quartermaster. And so the trail hand is essentially guiding the route and helps determine the speed. And then the scout is watching out for threats and dangerous terrain. And then the Quartermaster is about managing food rations and rest quality as well. So essentially there's ways for you to gain supplies during this as well, or use more than you would ideally wish. And you choose these roles once per long rest, essentially, and then you hold on to that role across that period of time until you have a long rest. And you can aid in it, and so if you provide someone aid, it's not like the help action, you give them a +2 to their roll instead. So it's almost as good, not quite as good on that front. Scouts can essentially either increase the amount of encounters per day or reduce them. So you can, like, a natural 20 is skipping 2 encounters in a day. During the process anyway. And then Trailhand would increase or decrease the speed in which you then travel. I need to redo a tiny bit of that. And then, yeah, Quartermaster is reducing or increasing the supply usage. That being said, who would want to try and navigate and guide?
Master literally knows the way, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Aster
what's
would
the
gain
navigation thing?
So this would be based on sort of like a roll of your choice. Out of perception. Where's my foundry gone? Documents are here. So travel hand is nature or survival. And you can try and come up with something else on that front, but like you'd use either one of those, and you'd have advantage on either one due to knowing this path. It's like you are pretty much going to be the set person to do this, but
yeah,
I'll scout.
Yeah, I mean, I would say survival, just kind of. Yeah.
So these roles are very are still applicable. So this is in the journal section as well if you guys need it in the future. But yeah, very much like gives a small brief description on it. Ignore like with a successful check the character's bet. I mean, it's very much that, but it's different just due to I've changed up how it works. But yeah, and then so Sufi wants to be scout for this, so that is insight, investigation, nature, perception, and survival. There are multiple ones on that front. And then Quartermaster, and then medicine and survival for Quartermaster. So who wants to be the Quartermaster?
I can take quartermaster. I'm proficient in both.
Figgle
Kind of.
and Huck, do you guys want to provide aid to someone, or do you want to do something else in your during this time?
I'm super like sorry, brain is not braining.
It's okay.
Scouting is made for Puck. I have expertise in perception, so I'm gonna aid Sufi.
Oh yeah. So do you want to be the lead scout then, and I'll aid you because it's like a plus. It's a plus
I
2,
mean,
right, Tom? So
given how narratively Puck has been doing, I'm gonna say no.
okay. So
He's
so
a city boy or town boy. You know?
I guess
Yeah,
that does actually make sense. That like you might have the skills, but not the.
yeah.
I think it's a really cool
That makes
moment for you to like potentially like grow during this campaign of like
Oh, I'm
starting out as
teaching
that
him.
like.
Oh, he's my
Yeah.
tutor.
But what's he
Sweet
like? Well,
Stephen.
even just by his own like he can learn by doing.
I think it's gonna be a lot of Sufi pointing things out and Puck being very suddenly, I know, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those are
when he actually
nettles.
doesn't. Yeah, yeah. That's a rabbit. As I get my bow out.
Shoot the small ones.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll get around to the roles next session. And I'll need to divvy back into this and stuff. But cool, interesting session. I wasn't sure exactly where we'd get up to in this front, but I think there was some really cool role play throughout all of that. And I obviously like a big part of this. Yeah, we're delving into Aster's story here, his backstory, and essentially his arc in a lot of ways. But yeah, feedback. How have you guys thought? We'll jump out of the session here. So we'll come back into it next session. But how are you guys feeling?
I'm feeling very tired. So
I feel
I'm
scammed that
good.
it's my week for the prediction, and there was about 5 rolls being
We
rolled.
just didn't roll any dice.
Yeah.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
Sad.
Kill issue.
Did
the
you
way the
bet
cookie
against
crumbles
yourself?
sometimes.
I need a summary before the session starts on like predicted dice roll for this session, so I can be like,
Expected dice
I'm
rolls.
going to go light on my prediction this week. Only 500 points.
That's the danger if you want to be a gambler.
It is, yeah. Fair enough.
And obviously keep in
I
mind that
lose out again.
you guys now have things you can spend money on.
I know.
Points on as well. So
Now they're important.
I've already got things I can spend money on.
Which are the ones that we're allowed to spend money on?
Yeah, it's tagged
it
as
says.
players, like random item rolls, players only.
Yeah,
Right.
got it. Thank
So
you.
you can.
I think we
It's
can add
basically-
weapons to the table as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
they
can do
just-
those actually. I just didn't tag it properly. I'll
Oh,
change
good
that.
question. Who
Oh,
got
this
the
is
buckets?
useless for me.
Kyle accidentally left it in your cart,
Oh no.
so you have a collapsible bucket in there, so you can add that to the cart.
Yay!
I was trying to find like a good narrative way to do it, but when it was rolled, it was in the tavern, and I was like, "What in?" There wasn't as many opportunities for it. I think I might have already processed that one. Otherwise, maybe I would have just given it back the points. But no, the party have the bucket. In future, by the way, you can add in a specific like who you want to receive the item in it. You can type a message on
Sam's
it.
about to get a
Wait, so
load of
I can-
goods.
Sam is either gonna get nothing, or she's gonna get a bunch of random fucking shit that's useless and has to carry it around.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's wrong with
That's the
useless
type of
stuff?
friend I have.
They're not picking.
It's not how that works. And you also that isn't one you guys can do.
To answer your question, Tom, it was a very difficult to navigate session for me because I could really go into full being an idiot with Puck and being very closed with the idea of, oh, I am invincible, and you don't. Like when you sent me the vision of Aster, I was like, where do I take Puck? Do I take him to a full I am invincible, I'm an idiot thing, or do I try to play it more nuanced? And it's kind of hard to navigate, and I don't know if I did it justice, but I try not to be the full I am invincible thing. Yeah. So kind of difficult, but fun. difficult. But
I think you did a good job with it. I think it was very much in line with how I would imagine Puck to go about it, and giving back the Aquilian pendant was an interesting one, which is why you got an interesting
yeah,
response from it.
it was fun.
You guys mind if I go to bed?
Yeah, no worries. I have a
Yeah.
blinding headache now. So let's wrap up, and we'll be back. We'll see how it goes next session, because I know obviously you are away.
Oh, so I
next
can't
session.
do a whole like anime training montage with him. I'll teach him how to.
You can. He just
Do you
won't be
mean the
here.
Mulan music?
So we can flash back to it
Yes.
the next
Yes.
episode.
Yeah.
So just in
The
the
flashbacks were
we
good. I bet.
It turns out
Yeah.
Mara's got really heavy weights on his ankles and wrists this entire time, and then he just takes them
no,
off.
they're on his eyelids, so his
Yeah.
perception's worse. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you in 2 weeks' time. Have a good
Peace.
weekend. Bye.
And you.